Fish where we can we hit the ball?
Yeah, good team. Yeah. John, who's the coach? Who's the football coach? John J. I know the coach is what coach is. That's the name called. Like the Suns. Yeah. So George Green every day. George Green.
Could we put the number? You went to the high for it. I went to the high for a whole lot of time. Because he went to the high the same time you did. Yeah. He said,
Great coach.
Let's go. Come say hello. Come say hello real quick while we get this stuff. Since we live, so let me introduce you. Just say hello to the audience, man. I just want to give y'all somebody that unexpectedly I told him to come through, but he came through for me. So y'all seen him all the time. So I'm just gonna let you introduce yourself. He's from Red Hook. He's been showing us mad love for years. It's my man. Y'all glad you get it down.
What's going on, everybody? This is Anthony Coolidge. Once again, everybody, what's going on? It's Anthony Coolidge. When they raised in we made it. I'm just here to show some support and love. My man Xavier, who we've known each other for a very, very long time. And I'm just here to show some love, man.
Appreciate you coming through. I see you on YouTube thing. You looked out for me the other day. I didn't even ask you to do it. You just came up and you just showed me. Because editing has been a problem for us. And my partner Fish been looking out and showing me and how to do it. And you just came out of nowhere and you just hit me up with that video. And I threw it right up and it was really nice. I really appreciate that. And I've been following you. And for people that don't know, he has a situation that be on Facebook. You can go on. He can follow. You can follow Red Hook. If you grew up in Red Hook, you actually can come in and follow him and see the places that changed. There's a lot of changes going on in this community, good and bad. Some of us who have to benefit from it, and some of us that not taking advantage of it probably will be put to the side. But if you look at it, he giving you a full view of where we used to live at. Park, I really love it. So follow me. No, let them know where they can follow you.
Guys, you guys can follow me, Fuego BX, on Instagram, as well as on TikTok and on Facebook.
You ain't got nothing to tell the people. Just tell them, give them a shout out. Tell brother. Just let them know that you.
I just want to give a shout out to Rahel. Let everybody know that we need to do something positive for the community, man.
Yes.
You know, we've been through a lot. A lot of us been through ups and downs. You know, we lost a lot of good friends out here, man. And I'm back home, and I just want to do something positive for the community. And one of my main things for me being here today is because I want to speak to everybody about probably getting something together for the community as far as sports.
I'm glad you said that because today we have a special guest today. We have Ray Haskins. A lot of y'all don't know the up and coming you guys, the new guys, but I can tell you this: he's been here for a long time, and he's been showing us how the blueprint about basketball, refereeing, everything. He's going to give you everything. But I'm glad he came. I'm glad he's doing something. He want to bring this back to the community because we used to grow up off that. We played Fishing them and Boozer and Terry Sykes. And we had a football team back in the days called the Outlaws. They still, I don't even know if they're still doing it, but we used to have a football league that we kept us out of trouble. I didn't get, I mean, not me, but I would say it kept a lot of other people out of trouble. But me, I didn't follow that step all the way through. But I can tell you this, everybody that's a part of this project is here today to show you that it's changed. It's changed. We need to change our narrative. We need to change what's going on. We can't keep on making excuses. We can't keep on putting the blame on everything else, Trump and all these other. We have to get ourselves together.
That's right.
No matter what it takes, we have to get ourselves together. And some of us that came back here, we here. So don't make excuses about you not here. If you're not here, you can take your time to get here because we're going to be here. So sometimes you need a little time to figure out your scheduling or anything, but you can come through. Holler at us, let us know what you're doing, and I just want to thank you for coming by and seeing me, man. I really appreciate that. You know, and I wish you luck, man.
I'm gonna leave you guys with this, man. It starts with you and it ends with you, man. All right, just remember that. Your boy Fuego.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, what's come back? ShaBazz, man. Thanks. Birthday boy.
Oh, yeah?
All right, so when Damon come down and sit down and play the music for me, then we'll get started. But somebody here. This is our track with ShaBazz, the Disciple. Of course, you know the stuff that's edited, but we like to give it to you live. I'll let you know how I really go. This is our theme song. We just want to tell you something. They have to tell you because that's all I asked him to do it. So let's see if he can do it. We don't remember what I asked him to do before. Get started.
Thanks for that out of you, my brother. Yeah, don't forget, you know what I mean? We come and get this start. So that's all it is. We're doing it right now. Make sure that you subscribe, share, and if you like, comment, do all the things that you gotta do to contribute to what we're doing right now. You know, more guests for you, more good thoughts, and we doing everything live, baby. Don't forget, Roll Line Talks with your man Save and Dave doing it crazy. Let's go.
All right, so this person we're going to talk about last night. Just a little bit, like, keep it down just a little bit. But we can't really hear. I know the feedback here. But I know everybody watched that fight last night. I just wanted some opinions on what y'all think. Could anybody here, what do y'all think happened last night? The fight last night. Who do you think won that fight last night? Terrence or Roach?
Why am I so quiet? Because it's hard to believe that a Roach can stop a tank.
I'm just saying. I think the Roach did some things last night.
You know, I think he did a lot of good things. I don't know if he did enough to take the belt away.
Yeah.
But because
wait a minute though. If they would have gave that that knee.
That knee.
When he would put that knee, if they would have counted that,
That would have counted.
it would have changed the whole game.
It would have changed.
Now, what fight you ever seen where a fighter was in the midst of the fight and just take a knee and go to his corner?
They started to count
and give him a towel to wipe his face and get to starting fighting again. I've never seen that. I'm just trying to say.
I'm not saying that it's up to the referee to stop the fight. No fighter should have the power to stop a fight under any circumstance.
Did you see the fight?
I watched the fight. That's what I'm telling you.
Did you see the referee?
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Did you see the referee?
Yes.
That referee got one eye going that way and the other eye going that way.
That's what I'm telling you. He was counting this and he was counting that, but he ain't count that. He see to the left and to the right, but he see what's going on.
You know that's he's very popular. I'm not saying I'm knocking him, but I'm only playing. But that fight to me,
Making fun of that man.
they have to give it to.
Making fun of that man.
Not no more. The decision, you couldn't give it to Roach because Roach don't make enough money for them. Let's keep it real. Roach ain't making that kind of money.
I mean, you could always make money on the rematch.
Nah, they're not going to take the belt from a guy like Tank who actually makes a lot of money for everybody.
I think Tank off. I think he started taking off too many rounds. And I think they could have punished him. They could have. All right, but I just think honestly, believe they could have. The draw. I think the draw was fair in a sense because I don't think that Roach did enough to take the belt. He made it competitive and he stuck in it and he did. You know what it is? You expected Tank to win. The fact that Roach was that good made it seem that greater. But in all reality, Tank had most of the power shots, most of the shots that were like. You know, like yeah, they were more significant. They were also more significant shots. So you know, a lot of the pats and the little misses and stuff like that. But I would say that Tank did appear to be like he wasn't focused, and he was complaining too much.
Seems like he was fighting his boy or something, even though that
he was fighting the demons. He was fighting demons, baby. Like, no, seriously, like it looked like he had something else on his mind. And he wasn't. And when you talk about fighting demons, you got to talk about the cycle head because there's fighting demons in the rounds. You know what I mean? That's the original.
We and we do have a couple more people coming in, then we have to move on. We're gonna talk about the New York Knicks. I know we have some fans in here because I'm definitely a fan.
I know you.
And Mitchell Robinson came back. And we won a close game out in Memphis. The little guy, what
John Moran.
Oh my God, he's different. Like what I mean, he's different. There's no saying, there's no telling what this guy's capable of doing if he just keep that in the game. But that kid is nice. But the New York Knicks really, we need somebody. We have a lot of pieces, but we don't have that dog. We just need the dog. We need an Oakley type of player. That don't need to score. We got enough scorers. We somebody's gonna bang, go down, and ain't scared of nobody. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna protect the
yeah, I mean,
that's not gonna be getting hurt all the time. You know, they don't have them like that no more. Everybody's just a little bit sensitive when it comes.
Got a lot of Cinderella in the league.
They hurt an ankle, they don't play.
Glass slippers. They not wearing high top.
Then you have guys who are playing with no feet. They play with two. Mark Bird and all Bernard King. They play with 2 fingers. They're scoring 60. As if I break a nail, they out for 3 months. I'm serious, man.
I mean, no.
You don't know how it feels to pay for a game. You done got your ticket. You want to see LeBron at the All-Star game, and right before, an hour before you got your seat, you sitting there. An hour before, LeBron say, my big toe hurt, I ain't playing.
Well, this was LeBron a little bit of Iron Man. He's 20 years. Like, stop. No, you can't say him. Say somebody else. You can't have on him.
No, you can't have both ways, though. You can't say he's the greatest of all time.
Speak for yourself.
I'm just saying, y'all be saying that. I don't say that. I think it's up in there. I don't even say Jordan was the greatest. But you saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you're making a million.
in the world. No, he's not the greatest. Right.
No, he was a selfish player. He was so.
He's still the greatest.
There's another guy. You got what's up? Wells Reed. You got what's the other guy? You got a lot of guys that say that too. But they only bring up what they even I'll be honest with you. What's the guy that played with the Lakers? That was okay. No, not that one. The he played next to not West. No, he was a power forward when Magic was a point guard.
Jamal Wilkes?
No.
McAdoo?
Y'all gonna say his name? Worthy. Don't keep on certain guys like they don't even bring him up. They don't bring Kevin McKay. I'm talking about the greatest of all time. I'm talking about in their position. They're good ball players. They only bring up guys that they just is popular.
Because in the U.S. we're taught to only love the star, not the co-star. That's the vision that they have. They need to send somebody onto the highest level so that nobody else will successful. And that's how they do. They bring it to the highest level. When they want, when you crash the back.
So when y'all say the GOAT, right? You gotta be very transparent. Yo, there's no other player in the world that influenced the world more than like the Jordan. Let me tell you something. There's never been a basketball player that sells many sneakers in a lifetime. It's like 3%. But what I'm saying is, Michael Jordan barely missed that game his whole season. Right? Play basketball. Then you say somebody like LeBron James. Then you play basketball through their whole career. Right. I can say, when you talking about Dirk, you can't. Who's more Dirk than Michael Jordan? Who has set the basketball contract? Michael Jordan. When you say, right. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter who influenced the game. Right. Now, so now he's the GOAT in those categories that you mentioned. So if you basically just keying it on only those particular things, then absolutely he's the greatest in that fashion. But who's the greatest in the modern era of social media? Who has more influence? When's the last time that you seen Michael Jordan? You talking about influence. When's the last time you seen Michael Jordan speak on any social activity? Anytime. But he did protest Reebok on his jacket and he put it in the flag over. That's the one time that he tell me that Michael Jordan physically stood up and said something in protest against something that occurred. He was playing when that happened to Rodney King. I believe he was playing. I don't remember him wearing anything or saying anything that signified anything that stands on something. Wait, you just said something that said everything I said related to basketball. Yeah. Anything that they relate to basketball. I'm talking about apparel. I'm talking about who he influenced these kids. And LeBron James trying to play like Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant tried to play like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan tried to play like Dr. J. No, I don't agree. They don't have the same thing. At the time, flicking your tongue out. So you're saying that you're basically that Michael Jordan is an original artifact, and that his style, his way, and how he came up was not influenced by anybody. That's what you said? No, I'm not saying that. What I am saying is that he had trying to mimic his style or anything. It was like people are obsessed with it. You understand what I'm saying? Anyway, like it's just losing. But what I'm just saying is this: when you see basketball, you have a long right? Him getting when he started it's not like he's not. When I say I'm talking about basketball contracts, he wasn't big on basketball contracts. He didn't have great contracts. I'm talking about he did a lot of business outside of basketball.
We gonna do something. She wasn't even. We're gonna do what we always do. First of all, we're looking. Did you vote?
You talk shit before you make sure.
Okay, so
Introduce yourself to the people real quick.
let me just So check this out. Real quick, I just like to introduce. After we introduce the person, then we let the crowd do what they have to do. But if you notice him, if you look at him real closely, and you into these movies that we used to watch back in the days, and the what you call these, the hustle movies, the hood, whatever you want to call them. They came out with a song, a movie called Belly, and he had maybe the most iconic part that played in that movie, and he's from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? He's a Brooklynite. He's all the way Brooklyn. So don't get it twisted. He's BK all the way. So without further ado,
Brooklyn.
I don't even like to let him introduce. Everybody introduce themselves. I don't like to do that. Introduce yourself with a round of applause, please. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? Jay Parrish. Definitely a.
Starting up there.
Yeah. You see the striking resemblance. My name is Jay Parrish. But listen, I'm gonna start it off like this, right? There was a lot that came before me. Whether you was a hustler, whether you played ball, whether you was a pretty boy. So I was influenced by a little bit of everybody. So I have to definitely say, I'm like a mixture of Red Hook, like just say New York City, because I've been pretty much everywhere in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, but I definitely, I always look at people. People might think I'm crazy when I say this, but Red Hook was my angel. It saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Because my family, the Evans, right, from Red Hook, they was good dudes. They wasn't in the streets. They played ball. They was pretty boys. So when I used to come here as a young boy, I wanted to be like them, because when I was on the other side in Flatbush, I was influenced a whole totally different way.
Right.
So when I used to come out here, I was like, I can't get in no trouble because I don't want to be banned, because I want to be out here in Red Hook. But a lot of people that come from Red Hook have been in Red Hook their whole lives and haven't even been outside of Red Hook and died in Red Hook. Yeah. So we always hear those stories, but we don't hear the other stories on how Red Hook influenced people like me, ShaBazz, Matty Rich. You know what I'm saying? I don't really personally know Matty Rich, right? But Matty Rich is before me. Mm-hmm. Understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he had his brother, right? That rap. Mm-hmm. What's his name? Rob. You understand? So these are the guys that I actually seen as a young youth growing up, and they was in the light before me. So they made it possible for a little kid like me to feel like I can be somebody because I saw them and they came from my environment. So I try to do the same thing for all the younger guys that come up after me. So to say that, right, when I started directing music videos and stuff, I actually bought groups like MOP and them out here, you know what I'm saying, and shot videos here because for a long time people wouldn't come here. You understand? Red was a no-fly zone for so many years, right? It was like, yo, there's one way in and one way out. Right? That's what we was known for. One way in, no way out. That's true. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to show the younger generation that, look, if I bring them out here and you see them, then you can believe it and you can make it your own reality. And there's a lot of young talented kids out here now that are rapping like I'm really following. There's a guy named he's from Lorraine Street.
Stash.
Stash is one.
But Izzy.
No, but what's his Guerrera? What's his name? What's his name?
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Videos.
Yeah, he raps like a kind of like a J. Cole type, right? Yeah, so it's nice. So what I'm saying is, you know, those are the ones that come after me. So I hope to influence those to keep the ones after me to keep doing and be better than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you just want the younger generation to be better. You want to keep excelling. You don't want to keep taking away from it. You know what I'm saying? So we just trying to save our community.
So my question is for the kids that's trying to become actors. I remember when I was a kid, we used to play the plays and you did you ran around and you just went to different places. But I know today's different with social media. How do somebody who wants to get involved with this? Because we have a lot of guys that's very talented, that's even here, that I'm sure would like to really know how you got started. Like, did you just walk in, or they seen you, or how they work? How they start? How do you get that role in Belly? First of all. I'm like, you know the answer. I understand.
Listen. So we're gonna say it like this, right? How I got into the business is through females.
Okay.
Females is the gatekeepers.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They the models. You know what I'm saying? They know all the ins and outs.
Right.
So, you know, a couple of girls that was around me, you know, they was doing their thing. And he's like, yo, Jay, you can model. You got a little look or whatever. Right. I'm like, what are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying? Right. But, you know, something in what they were saying, it made me believe that I can do it. Right. So, you know, at first I started doing little stuff. But my first movie was actually a basketball movie.
Which one was that?
So there was a basketball movie called Full Court Press, but it never came out. So it was like Tate Dick's first movie before Stella, right? The kid Hill Harper was in it. The Brat, she wore a dress in there. Dude off from Laws of the Underground. I had a whole cast of people. Reverend Run when he just became a reverend, and that was the first movie I ever really did. So messing with a girl, she's like, yo, why don't you come to this management company? And you know, she's like, I was like, all right, I'll go. And they called me and said, yo, could you play basketball? I was like, yeah, I can play basketball. Right. It was easy. So I went there, and it was like about 2,000 people, and I actually got casted for one of the principal players in the movie. Oh, wow. So that was actually my first movie.
So we got to thank you. Redder did that.
Yeah, definitely. I know that the Evans played basketball. You know what I'm saying? Sean, you know, Terrence, Stan, you know, Chris, you know, those are my. They actually think I'm the youngest child. I'm actually the grandchild. Oh, right. You understand? So they think I'm the youngest brother. They think that they're my brothers, but they're really not. They're actually my uncle. Wow. But because me and Sean were so close in age, I looked up to him so much. I used to just always wanted to be around him all the time. So they'd be like, oh, that's his little brother. Right. But I'm actually my mother. I'm the oldest grandson.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah.
So what you got going on now?
Sheesh.
Because I see,
you mentioned filming video, music videos and stuff, right?
No, wait. Before you say that, you got something with Ice-T, right? I just think something.
So listen, you know, rest to my guy Tahim Bryant. He passed away some years ago. He actually came up with this movie. So Tahim is somebody I met. He's from the streets from Queensbridge. Solid dude. He was like, yo, Jay, we're gonna do the South Side of the series. He was chasing for years, like, yo, I'm gonna do it. Finally, he didn't get a chance to do it, so he said, yo, I'm gonna write this other movie. He's like, I'm just gonna write you a part in there. He's like, I just don't want you to play no gangster. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, whatever, bro, I'll do it. Came back to me the script. The character name is actually Jay. The character, crazy how, you know, it worked. But the movie is, and I would suggest if nobody's seen it, you can probably see it on YouTube, because if you with Google equal standards, it'll come up. It's a great movie, and it's actually touched on when all of the police brutality and the cops killing blacks and stuff like that. And it came right on time in the midst of everything that was going on, and the movie just took a wings of its own, and it just the world. And I'm upset a little bit because I wish he was here to see.
Also, he passed away.
Yeah, he actually got murdered.
He got clapped.
Yeah, wow. You know. Wow. And it was so crazy because I talked to him the week before.
What year was that?
Man, I'm not good. But it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but 3.
Yeah,
I just want to say something about that. I don't really want to go get off for that, what you're saying, but why do we keep doing this stuff? Why do we target people who become successful and bring some type of, I don't understand what's going on. Artists come out and you sit there and you come back to the hood, you feel like you got to kill them. instead of embracing him and learning from him and growing from him and trying to figure, you can't travel nowhere if you don't go nowhere. If you don't know nobody to go do nothing, how you gonna get it done?
You know, so for me, right? I've never been scared of my environment. You know, I'm a product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? So if anybody know me, I ain't never with a whole gang of people. I come by myself.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Like, yeah, I come out here, you see people looking and staring, but that it don't mean nothing to me. I just feel like they don't have knowledge. So it's my job to just give them knowledge and to show them. Like, I feel like my presence here shows people that they can be whatever they want to be. Instead of you trying to take from me, just come and talk to me. Some people look at me and like, oh, he think he all that. But if you come, anybody that knows me, know that if you came to me or you inbox me and I'm familiar with you, I'm going to give you conversation. And whatever you ask of me to do, as long as it's within my realms, I'm going to go above and beyond for you. You want to know why? Because I've been in an industry where there's so many people that they only give a damn about themselves. They don't care about nobody else. They want to be the elephant in the room. You know, I'm where I was bought that I want to stand in a room full of kings. If we all kings, I ain't got to take care of your kingdom, right? You take care of your own kingdom. You got your own kingdom, right? So when we walk in the room, we have this energy that's undeniable. A lot of people are not like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people just want to be that guy, and that's what they are, because you know why? Because they have lack of self-esteem since they was younger. So when they get that position, the first thing they do is they take advantage of it. No, they be what they wanted to be when they were younger. They couldn't do it. So now they're in a position so everybody else is a peasant to them. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to me, I'm more like, I promise you, anybody come in as soon as you hit me on my Facebook, right? I said, hold on. I said, oh shoot, I didn't even see the message. I said, yo, what's up? I said, what's your number, right?
That's right.
Boom. What you need for me to do?
But tell her somebody mentioned to you last week.
So the week before, they was like, yo, you know, Savior got a show, and it's you know, that podcast. I was like, oh, really? I was like, I'm gonna go look for it. And then the next week after is when you actually hit my inbox, and I was like, see, that's how the Father works.
And you just said, yo, just let me check my schedule. You said, yo, I'm there.
Yeah.
And you said, yo, and the next thing, you did the same thing Coach Haskins did. We on? That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
You don't gotta chase me, right? My thing is that if I could use my platform to help my brothers, right? Y'all my older brothers. You know what I'm saying? So y'all help mold me. So why wouldn't I help and give back? Right. You get what I'm saying? And I'm gonna continue to do that for the rest of my life. Whether you younger, older, whatever, you still have some kind of influence on my life and who I am as an individual today.
Now I never seen Damon quiet. He's very. I need to.
Because I'm respectful. I need to interject.
But you always.
I don't like cutting anybody's wisdom. And when somebody's on a roll, I think it's my job to show people that it's all right to listen.
I'm a high.
It's all right.
I need the mic right across from me. Right next to me every day.
It's all right.
And you look like the guy.
He's being productive. He's giving you knowledge. He's giving you wisdom from both standpoints. For a younger person to now an older person, and to somebody that sees the future and is not afraid of his past. He's walking in his present, which is a beautiful thing. You know, and I respect it. But you're gonna cut me off.
No, I'm not. I got that. Right? I got that. But anyway, hold up. You just threw some shade at me.
No shade.
I'm gonna wait till later. You gonna get back to that in a minute, y'all. But tell me, you wanted to ask him about what we needed. I had spoke to him about it earlier. So I had mentioned to him about something that he does that he don't really say much about. And you was just ready to ask him that. I don't know how you found out, but I didn't say nothing to you about it. But
because I was paying attention when I was listening. You talking about the protection video?
Yeah, you heard. I didn't see the only thing he said, just a piece of that.
But I know how to pay attention.
And I respect. When I talk to you, don't pay no attention to me.
Who says that? I do everything that you ask me to do and then some. I know you want to be on the call.
Your fish was there.
Fish was nowhere.
We don't always be serious. No, but I do want to say that I'm very proud of this young man. This man, he could have took a lot of different roles. I believe me. Absolutely. He got to look forward. He could have really went far into that other realm, Flatbush area. In other words, y'all know what I mean. But he took the role, and he got some movies out, man. And let's look for him, man. He's in the hood, man. This dude's from Red Hook. Come on, he's here. You know what I mean? You look at them out of they hood.
From Red Hook, right?
You know. I'm saying, you know what I mean?
When you come to you happy you're playing with me,
do something. Don't get me started. When you say people standing on their own, look, I'm belly of the beast, I wanted to, because I didn't get a chance to touch on one of the things that you were asking. You was asking me how do people go about getting into the industry. Right. I'm gonna keep it blunt with y'all. I hate the industry. You understand? Because it's so jaded. It's nothing pure about it. You understand? So what I would say to any young actor, because people say, yo, you're an actor, right? You can do anything, right? I can't do anything, right? Because there's some things in my soul that wouldn't allow me to do it because of what I stand for, what I stand behind, right? So when they say, oh, yeah, you could kiss another man on the screen, I can't. How could I make somebody believe I'm something I'm not? You understand? Then you're not an actor, then I'm not an actor. You understand? Because I live in my truth, my reality. Like I would never take a role of raping a woman or raping a queen. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't take, it's certain things that, as I don't have daughters, but I have mothers, I have aunts, I have sisters. You know what I'm saying? Not you. I would never portray myself in a light that's not put shames to them. You understand? Or have them looking at me, or having anybody else's relatives looking at me like this is what we are. We savage because we're not. So when they say, "Oh, you can't play," I can't play a gay person because you told me to kiss you. I'm probably gonna look so comfortable. Any real gay man is gonna be like, "Yo."
You gotta play him. Like,
so me, I just feel like, and it's nothing to anybody that chose their career and how they do it. But for me, right, I live in my truth. Right, so what I did was I took a negative and I turned it into a positive. Shit, I could identify with the streets. A lot of people that know me know that. You understand? So what I did was I said, yo, you know what? If I could touch every thug in America when they see me and get their attention, then I could plant the seed for them to do more. Do better. You get what I'm saying? Because if people that do know, they say, yo, Jay, we used to do this together, and I see you doing it on TV. Yo, can I get in? So what I did is I just saved the generation, right? Because those that didn't think they could do it, because they see me do it, right? They said, "Oh, you on camera acting tough in this? Oh, yeah, I can do it too, right?" So now they're not looking at the drug dealer no more, right? They're not looking at the killer no more, right? They're looking at somebody that's on TV that's portraying a role that some people lived. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to know my full story, right? But there is a story. But there are elements that you can identify. Right. So what I did was, the reason why I chose to take a lot of the roles that I take is because I love the seeds that I'm planting. So I give you this quick example. One day I was on a train. This is when I was young. So I had this like it was like, how can I say it? I'm at this point of my life, right, where Belly first came out, and when people, you get on the train and somebody look at you, you already know what it's about. It's a problem, right? And I had to figure out how to tone it down, not to be aggressive, because my thing is survival, right? So this kid, he got on the train, he's mean mugging me, he's right, and he says, "Yo," I said, "You all right?" He goes, "Yo." I said, "Yo, you all right?" He goes, "Yo, my nigga. Yo, you that nigga from Belly, right?" He said, "Yo, nigga, I just came home." He's like, "Yo, son, yo, you motivate me. I want to do what you doing." Right? Yeah. And I had to think about that because his tone is so aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And I still was trying to figure out, like, what's my approach to this brother? You understand what I'm saying? Because it can go left so fast, right? But at the same time, I'm thinking about it, and I said, yo, at that moment, I says, if I could influence somebody that came home from jail, that acted like a complete fool, right? And was so aggressive to want to be like me, that means I got the power to change people.
Absolutely. That's right.
Wow.
Not just that, there's a big lesson in that too. Listen to the message. Don't always stay zoned in on the message. The message was, I want to do what you do. I want to be like you. You influenced me. You inspired me. Now, his approach was a little crazy. So if you can get past the messenger and relate to the message, they can do better. And expounding on what you're saying, as people, we need to stop looking at what everybody got going on in their house.
Right.
And start figuring out how to build our own homes, our own kingdom, so to speak. Because that's what's happening. The gatekeepers to Hollywood are going to ask you to do things. And you know what? That's what they want you to do. So if you don't go in that direction, and if you create your own lane, you create your own ways, and you do what you have to do, now you become the person or the people that show you how to do what you want to do without having to sacrifice your integrity, your soul, your spirit, and anything in that fashion. Now, we in an age where you can go to YouTube, like people like Tubi and stuff like that. Like people have a bad habit of giving those places and giving them forums a bad rap. But at the end of the day, these are the places that are embracing you, embracing your creativity, embracing your individuality, and giving you a place and a space for you to be creative. So we need to stop basically shitting on each other or shitting on situations that we have. Say, oh, your joint ain't real. It's only on YouTube. That doesn't take away from what it is. That doesn't take away from exactly.
Right.
You know,
so that's more or less what I'm saying.
Is give all these young brothers that's trying to pick up a camera and do their own thing, even the old brothers, a platform, right? You don't have to go through Hollywood to have millions of people to see it, right?
But you missed that one.
I'm thinking the
So the bottom line is this, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many people that you can look up to. There's so many people that can inspire you. But the thing about it is, if you don't do nothing about it, you're just going to be sitting there inspired by people that are doing things.
Right.
Don't sit back and just think that somebody's going to knock on your door and say, "Look, this opportunity's for you," because you'll be sitting there longer than you think you will. Because the people are not going to come to you. You have to go out and find people, talk to people, get in touch with people. Matter of fact, if you're selling anything, don't sell the product. Try to sell yourself, but give something to sell. Don't just come to a person. Oh, I got 2 kids. I got this and this and this and that. That's a problem. We're not talking about that. We learn how to be acceptable, or don't. As a salesman who I've been all my life, I learned that when you're giving something out, you never want the person to feel like you got both of them. And the same thing go for yourself. So whenever you're making a deal, just make sure the deal is comfortable. Because if you want them to come back, if you don't want them to come back, then then you just could charge them as whatever you want or whatever the case. But if you're looking for people to gravitate to you, like the young ladies that was up here, you wasn't here last week. I wish you was, because it would have been really crazy. But they was up here and they showed they had did some stuff for me. The embroidery, that's my embroidery princess Tiffany. Shout out to you. I let you know that. Sareed, that family is amazing. Trish and they just amazing people. They like the Jackson 5 that nobody knows about.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna, she does the song. She did the song for us. So that's another story. But there's people that's out here that's willing to try to do things and just try to do it, man. Stop the excuses. Stop making all the beliefs. Stop thinking that you can't do it because somebody else is in your place, or just do your thing, man. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thank you. And you come through like I thought you would. You know what I'm saying? You got the big boy toy outside. You fly. Boy toy, you know what I'm saying? You knew it was him coming out. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to hide, but he couldn't.
The key really is not the movie. The movie is the product.
Right.
The key is the production. What it takes to make the movie. That's what y'all lose sight on. That's what y'all always looking at, the finished product. we here, we doing our thing. You don't realize what it took Xavier to do to even set this up for us to even be doing what we're doing right now. So that's the mindset that we need to get back to. Get back to the trade. Get back to learning how to work the cameras, how to work the sound, how to work the quality, the lights, and everything else that it takes to build up. So when you on top of your game, you have a strong foundation. Because without that foundation, everything will crumble very easily when you're just trying to sit there in front of the camera doing nothing else.
But you know what's so dope though, right? Once upon a time, you was destroying your community, right?
Yeah.
But you lived long enough to build it back up.
Mm-hmm.
So you see how everything is a revolving door, right? One question. So I say this, and I'm gonna say this without saying any names. You understand what I'm saying? But I watch everybody from Ruh, and I'm a fan of everybody from Ruh. You understand? Like there'll never be no hate in my blood, and I want to see everybody win because you know why? At the end of the day, you know what? If you win, and I can say, "Yo, damn, I know that, bro."
Right.
You understand?
Right.
As opposed to hating on him. Right. You know what I'm saying? I could be like, "Yo, he's from my environment." And that's what we need to start doing. You know what I'm saying? Being more inclined and supporting each other and one another. Instead of saying, oh, yo, I'm not messing with that dude over there because of whatever their insecurities are. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have that. I got love for everybody. That any ground I stepped on, I got love from a person from that community. Forever.
I love that.
You said something. You said something. In closing, I always say I want to say this, and I mention Fish a lot because you always have to look somebody that's watching. You don't never know who's watching you, how you move, how your swag is, how you want to be like that person. You kind of mimic some things that we're trying to transition your getting into whatever you're doing. And I watched this guy, right? And what I learned from him was just pay attention. Don't worry about what you've done in the past. Whatever you're doing today, if you do good enough, they will forget about your past. They'll bring it up, but they'll forget about it. And that's a whole, I'm not here if you notice, they have not told a story about none of this stuff. My brother, anything. I came on this platform to come to my hood. I didn't go to the Bronx. I didn't go there. I went here. I came to where I come from. The people that's here, some of these people that's here, Billy and Light and Boozer and all this, a lot of these guys is here. And then you got Chisel. There's people that come here because they wanted, they believed in us. And they believe in it. And if I can get one or two at a time, and I believe it or not, I think I got more than that. They ain't worrying about the views. I'm not worrying about all the other stuff because all that stuff comes in time. Because some people's not going to agree with you because of your past. Don't let your past affect your future. And it pains me. Don't get it wrong. It pains me to sit here sometimes and only watch a few of the people that will come to and support me. And the rest of them sit back and want to sit back and say, well, damn, I don't want to be around him because of that. You got to just fight through them things. Just fight through things, man. You know what I mean? I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is for people because it is very hard for me. You know what I mean? When you had so much, you had so many things, you had all this stuff going on, and then you change your life. So the guys that's out there, you're going to change. Your income is going to change, but also your peace is going to change. Your life, so you don't have to go to sleep watching over your back. Bro, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We was out here out here just stomping the grounds, pouring blood on these streets. You don't have to physically do it. You didn't do it, but the other people, if they ain't doing it, you involved. I don't care what. You can make all excuses in the world for what you want to do. But don't let nothing hold you back from what you need to go. Facts. And I really thank you for coming through.
Anytime, brother.
And I'm proud of you. And I'm sure we got more to come from you. And I want to see you on them big old screens. And
what platforms can they catch you on? Most importantly, and give us some of the work and give us some of the work that you've done that some of these guys.
So I want everybody to definitely check out Equal Standards. Right.
Equal Standards.
There's the movie that I love that's really good. It's called Steps. It's about redemption, about a man, a lawyer. He became homeless and he fought his way back in. That was really good. I did this other joint called A Dime to a Dollar. And it's a lot of stuff. Tubi has a lot of stuff. I mean, like I said, that's the new Black Hollywood.
Yeah,
You have some movies that are not worth looking at, but then you have a lot of stuff that's really worth looking at. So I'm all over the place, man. You might see me behind the camera, in front of the camera. I just hope y'all can watch this.
Yeah, but I'm watching. I'm
Really,
watching.
it's not like game killers like that. We'll see.
Okay.
I just hope.
Okay, so we have.
One more thing. There's another project that I just did, and it's called Lucy.
I think I was looking at that on some videos. They were showing us that I got a text and they were saying that the background is too loud. But yeah, but I know. But Mr. Haskins is next, so it's gonna get a little louder.
It's gonna get a little crazy.
So we're gonna look at some of these. So you told me where we can find it, right?
Yeah, a lot of it's all of it's on YouTube. It's like Tubi, just places like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I got a couple more things that I'm brewing. I got brewing in the works.
Okay.
Love that.
Let's keep us in touch. Keep us informed.
Absolutely.
I'm sure you're gonna be around. Don't bug me. I know you want some.
Listen, anytime you want me back, because there's so much we can talk about. I'm here, and I support my brothers.
Jay dropped enough jewels that if y'all pick up half, y'all gonna look like Mr. T. You heard?
One more. Serious, I'll cut one more.
I appreciate it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. This is a pleasure. This is awesome. Look at you, man. Looking good. Smelling good. Looking good. Look what you see. Theme song for you. That's your bad for the side. You hear in the background. Okay.
Stay tuned. We definitely got ShaBazz the Disciple that'll be here later on. Woo!
All right,
Right now.
I overheard a conversation about the NBA,
Yes.
and salaries.
Yes.
And brother brought up that Michael Jordan changed the salary. Michael Jordan didn't make any money in the NBA for salaries.
That's what
He always took less than everybody else.
Right.
The guy that changed the whole salary structure of the NBA was Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
When Kevin Garnett was offered a contract, amazing contract for $103 million, and he turned it down. He turned that contract down. They wound up signing him for $126 million. But that's what brought in the caps, where they had the caps where you could only make X amount of money.
Right.
And everybody always trying to save money for guys in the NBA, the owners of the NBA. If you own a professional sports team, then you're not a millionaire, you're a billionaire. So they could afford to pay those salaries. If they couldn't, they wouldn't. And every basketball team makes money. Absolutely. Every NBA team makes money. A lot of times, those arenas are sold out because they get sponsors to buy tickets, and they could give tickets away. That's why they give tickets to certain groups.
And $20 soap is $20 water. $20 for water.
Let the people know who we talk to. Who we blessed to receive this knowledge from. Let's get that right. Let's get that right. First of all, you look smooth.
Yo, I gotta tell a story. I gotta say something. I gotta
really good.
Yeah, you do. Let me say something to you. I didn't even know who Coach Haskins was. Let me tell you a story real quick. I moved to Harlem when I wanted to change my life. I changed my life. I said, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to be in the streets. I don't want to do no more. Nothing. So I went to a job, and nobody already know this. I was working as in the kitchen, in a daycare center, and I was a custodian. So I had to split my hours up so I can be able to make a check at the end of the month. So I did 2 jobs. And the job that I was on, they got rid of somebody. One of the directors or something was going on. And they told us to get a new guy coming in. So I'm sitting there, okay, probably gonna lose my job anyway. So I'm standing there talking to my boy, and he comes in. So I'm looking at him down the block. We down the hallway. I'm looking at him. I'm trying to size him up and see what. I was like, damn, he look like he ain't gonna like me. He look mean as hell. It's in my head. That negative thing works for me. And it was working. I'm sitting there going, yo. I said, damn. What he got on? I'm trying to, what he got on over there? What kind of suit? I'm just trying to figure this dude out. So then, got a chance to meet him. And he was just as cool as hell. But he never said he was Coach Haskins. Right? So I said, we going along, whatever. I said, yo, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture. Bang. It was me, him, and about the other cooks. I posted a picture, and I just people started commenting on my picture. I was like, damn, why are these people going, what the hell? Mr. Haskins, Coach Haskins, the greatest of all time, the great G.O., the GOAT. I said, I came in the next day, I couldn't wait to see him. I said, man, why you come here acting like you don't wait? What are you doing? Doing that. He said, doing what? I said, I know who you are, man. He started laughing. And the funny thing about it is, when we first met him, he don't remember this story. I don't know if he remembers the story. But Mr. Haskins got to the place, right? The next day, he came under the job, and he left his keys. He locked his keys inside his office. And the only way for us to get the keys is through a window. I'm fat. The guy's fat. And we just had one option, Mr. Haskins. We had to hold his legs and he had to go through the window and go through this thing. Yo, Mr. Haskins, I just want to say, man, and when I was in trouble, when I needed help, man, when everything, before you even introduce, I just want to give you that. I'm really so proud to be able to be here and be on this platform from where I came from, where we met, to be where we are. I ain't making it yet. I'm still in Reddick. I'm still in this corner store, but I'm just saying, it still feels like I made it. You know what I mean? It makes me feel good to know that you was here. But anyway, let's go to who Mr. Haskins is. How you doing?
I'm good.
Coach Haskins, everybody.
This is Raymond Haskins, and I just want him to tell y'all his story and tell you who he is.
I'm just a regular guy from the neighborhood, and I heard about Red Hood. You guys don't realize in the sport of basketball, everybody in this city who was anybody in basketball came and played in Red Hood at Mickey O Center. That was, from the Bronx, Tiny. I played against Tiny Archibald in Mickey O Center because they had basketball tournaments. We came on. You had to be a basketball player and you had to be fast because after the game you had to run. I also heard a conversation about the real reason why basketball is the most popular sport in the world, more popular than soccer. The real reason why it is because of a group of black men that went all over the world to play. There wasn't Michael Jordan, wasn't Magic Johnson, or none of those guys. The Globetrotters popularized basketball.
Oh, right.
See, because the Globetrotters, this was before TV. They went all over. That's why you got all these Europeans. Why you got them coming over? Because they got a taste of basketball from the Globetrotters. Globetrotters, they went all over and took this game of basketball. They took it.
Never even thought of that. It was true.
That's why it's popular.
It makes a lot of sense.
So I've been blessed in this game where people from Nigeria, some Nigerians saw me in the park working with some players, and they invited me over to Nigeria to work with their National Coaches Association. So when I was over there in 1979, I went to Nigeria, and they got 4 states, and I went up north to Kano State, to Amadou Bello University, where the coaches all came, all very respectful. You know, when you're up there, you can't tell the age of Nigerian, because he could be 30 and tell you he's 16, but they want to come back. Right. They want to come back here. But they had a big soccer tournament, and we were there, so it was a couple of coaches, American coaches over there too. So we walked over to the soccer tournament. This guy named OBJ, he's from DC, American coach. He said, man, it's this kid. I know if I could get him on a basketball court, I know he could really be something special. And he was a Goldie. His family had a lot of money, from a rich family and whatnot. So to make a long story short, he talked him to coming from soccer. He said, I don't want to play basketball. He said, no, we just want you to come over here. He came on the basketball court, and the rest is history. You know who he was. Elijah. Elijah. I had nothing to do with it.
Right.
I just witnessed it.
But you was there.
I witnessed it. Wow. So, and the reason why they don't talk as much about Olajuwon as they do about Tim Duncan and Shaq and all that guy, because he's a Muslim.
Because he's Muslim.
Yeah. He's a Muslim.
He doesn't fit the narrative.
And he stands for. He stood for a lot of even when he gave his basketball sneakers. I think he had a pair of sneakers, and they were trying to make him sell them for a certain price. He said, "If I got to sell the sneaker for that price, I don't want no sneakers. Don't give me no sneakers." Yeah. That's how he stood. You know what I mean? He stood on his face. And to this day, he's still a mentor.
Yeah, absolutely.
And originally, he was recruited to come play at St. John's University.
Wow, you know.
So when he flew into Kennedy Airport,
he said it was too cold. Right?
It was too cold.
I don't like this.
And of course, we have a lot of Africans that work at the airport.
Uh-huh.
So some Nigerians, and they asked them, man, there's a place like home. Where could we go? And believe it or not, Houston, Texas is the hottest place in America. It gets hotter than New Mexico, Florida, and all those spots. And that's how he got down to Houston.
Which is crazy.
And Elijah, if y'all don't know what Hakeem Olajuwon is, he's a 2-time NBA champion.
2-time MVP.
I played with Kenny Smith. He had Mario. No, he had John. What he was on the team too? Robert on the team. Sam Cassell. That crew.
Mario Ellie from Queens. Yeah, right.
And the first person to actually torch Shaquille O'Neal.
Right. 4-0. He killed. He killed.
He
killed. He killed him 4-0.
So that will make Shaq who is today.
Max was on that team. Vernon Maxwell.
Yeah, they just one and done. They didn't even win no game. They just went all out.
4-0. Maybe blanked them out.
Like I'm doing all this all day.
Blame Shaq.
You're doing dirt.
Yeah. So what's happening here? This is our community, and to me, the community is being attacked because. In every community, we have basketball tournaments, basketball leagues, basketball teams. We have softball, park baseball. Now, the Department of Parks wants to charge those community coaches fees to get a permit to use the park. Not only that, they want to charge them. They want them to get insurance.
Yeah.
That's the killer.
For the parks. So my thing is, those people, they're doing the job of what the Parks Department. We all pay. We pay taxes.
Right.
So why we got to double pay to use a park?
That's how they get you.
Use the field. Yeah.
So the reason why they get away with it because we don't say nothing.
But you know what's crazy?
We don't do anything.
When they come to when they go to build these proposed to have this stuff up there, they propose and they say that they want. This is what they're supposed to do. But then when they get in there after a while, if they get in there and then the community, the board changes and people start changing, then they start changing the game.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like.
They ain't switch every time. They did that in my community. We had a great a legendary basketball in my community in the Bronx, and they wanted to build houses to bring the neighborhood up. So they said, listen, we're gonna build these houses first, and then we're gonna rebuild y'all basketball court, brand new, better. When they finished building it, they have a big park, St. Mary's Park, right across. They said, you know what? We don't need to build a basketball court. Y'all got St. Mary's Park basketball court. That's a community park. It'll serve for everybody. But meanwhile, when all these neighborhoods got problems, how you gonna hone your skills when you can't go to your own neighborhood to play ball, just to play ball?
Do you know this was the Mecca? Just like he said, everybody came to Mikio. Even when you knew you was gonna get chased out of here, you still came to Mikio.
Yeah.
And everybody, I mean, we also had like football stuff and everything that came out here, but it's we need to bring somehow. I don't like you said, a lot of things are red tape now, so it's just, you can't get certain stadiums, certain parts permits for this. You got to get this for that. Everything with insurance, and that, by the time you do that, you get security, you get insurance, you get this. No, you know what I mean? That's too much money.
I see one of my guys here. What was that?
Oh, boy.
Called him early on. He'll be in there now.
Yeah.
That's how many games he refereed.
We do need funding. We do need funding.
What is it?
Couldn't have did it without him, man. He was my teacher in 1991.
He told me that on the phone. He told me when I brought him up, I said, "Yo, Bob's that." I said, "Bob's that." Because Bob's was okay last week. He even paid a raffle and everything. He didn't come about 2 weeks ago. So I was like, "Yo, you can't miss this, man." He said, "Why?" I said, "Coach Haskins coming." He said, "Ray Haskins?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Yo, he started me." I said, "I didn't even, he put me on, man." He said, "I'm gonna be there." And I didn't even see him come in the door just now. I'm waiting to call him later and say,
And he tried to quit.
What year did you start coaching?
I started coaching. I was 9 years old. Because I was the guy on the block, and a lot of us are like that. I was the guy on the block when we played other blocks or whatever, whether basketball, softball. I made the lineup. I said who was starting, changed lines, the whole 9 yards. So I realized early on I was coached in, but I've been blessed by men like the men in this room to help me along the way, man. You don't know how me hearing you speak was good to my heart, because that's what we need to hear. Yeah. What your guys are doing here, y'all need to go into schools. Yeah. We need to have access to the schools to talk to our young people. Yeah. Definitely, they need to find a way. See, when I was a principal of a middle school, I had 1,800 kids in the middle school, and I had teachers in the school, but our kids were disconnected from the teachers because they didn't know that Miss Johnson was from the Albany practice. They didn't know where they came from. They just looked at them as different. But you tell them their story, then they can see themselves in the story. We all have those stories, but it needs to be told. Now I gotta go look at Belly again. I saw Belly at least 10, 12 times. But now I gotta look at you. Wow. No question about it.
Yeah, I can tell you the part though.
No question about it.
You don't like no movie.
I got a friend I don't want. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how the movie went.
It's your bad. Go back there, go get that. I'm trying to read it right now.
It's important that we really embrace our community and start and continue to do positive things. I used to run a softball league at Kingston Park, and Parks Department wanted me to pay for the field, to use the field. So I said, why we gotta pay? They said, you don't pay, we ain't gonna give you no permit. I said, well, really, we don't need a permit. He said, why you don't need a permit? So you let somebody come try to play on this field and it don't be us. And with the guys in the league, I had to make them understand how important they were to the community. Because oftentimes we go into parks and that's our entertainment.
Absolutely.
That's our God. That's why we see you on the way to where you're going. So you become a part of us. When you make it, we make it.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just you making it on your own. So,
It fuels the fantasy that eventually becomes the reality.
that's right. And I've been fortunate. The school's chancellor, David Banks, he gave me a job as the executive director of the PSAL.
Wow.
And I was in for a very short while. But had we continued on that path, we would have been in much, much better shape to really meet the needs of the community. Because when I came up, we had night centers.
Yeah.
The community had a night center. So it was really more of a community school where we went in.
Absolutely.
I learned everything. I learned how to dance. I learned how to play checkers, chess. I didn't make my high school basketball team, but I played on the night center team where that really honed my skills to be able to go on and eventually wind up getting a college scholarship and going to college.
Wow.
You know, so I tell people, and I don't frown on people wanting to be a rapper or musician or an athlete, because I have 7 daughters. And my 7 daughters all went to college because their father went to college to play basketball. That's the only reason why I went. I didn't go to get an education. I got one, but that wasn't my reason for going. My reason for going was to play basketball.
Right.
And because I played basketball, then I know when I came back, I know my children were going to go. So those kind of things are important. You know, a guy named Zeke Clemens told me this a long time ago. He said, basketball is a means to an end, but it's not an end in itself. I didn't know what the hell he was talking about. I didn't know what he was talking about. But I realized basketball was the vehicle that drove me to be where I'm at today.
Right.
To become an educator, to become a principal or executive director of a school system, or even a director of a daycare center where you could bring me here. I know you're going to bring me here.
It's a piece of work, though. I mean, this guy used to put, hey, yo, he don't remember a lot of the stories because there was a lady there who used to like me. And she used to always bark. Oh, yeah, let me tell you about this one. So there was a lady in this job. Her name is Miss Grant. And
you and Miss Grant had something going on.
no, we didn't. This lady. No, I swear, this lady. Yeah, I remember one time the lady walked up to me the day before. She said, come here. He said, you know this is your last day, right? They ain't got enough money to pay you, so don't come in no more. So I said, I was heartbroken. I just got here. I'm just, you know. She was like, okay, you out of here tomorrow, though. So I said, okay. So I see Mr. Haskins. I'm damn near about to cry when I see him. He's walking. I said, Mr. Haskins. I said, yo, thank you, man. Good to know you, man. I appreciate everything you did. He said, what the hell are you talking about? I said, yo, Miss Grant told me not to come in tomorrow. He said, man, bring your ass here tomorrow. You see me in the morning. You see me in the morning. She looked back. She said, didn't I tell you don't come in? I said, Mr. Haskins told me to come in. She said, yeah, I'll be paying you. He gonna pay me too. I said, damn. Well, you was a real good dude, though, man. I just want to tell you, man.
You got paid, right?
Yeah, you make sure. So unemployed, I'm like, took good care of us, man. God bless the dead, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, well, you rest in peace, man. You know, it was another person we have a lot of people that passed away on our job. And I just want to say thank you to everybody's families that, particularly what's the one that passed away? Mr. Johnson. Let's say Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson was a person that took me from off the streets. He actually took me and gave me my first opportunity. I never had a job before. Not a real job, but I had a job. And he gave me the job. And Mr. Johnson and you and Maverick, and we sat there. And to this day, I didn't go back to the streets. I didn't do none of those things. I stayed I stayed on track. So I really want to thank you. You know, but
So Red Hook is a special community. I had this conversation with Stephon Marbury a couple of weeks ago about how their community, Coney Island, is special. They section off. Red Hook is section off. You're sectioned off by this highway where you go all the way around, Cooper Projects, all that, and you all have special things going on. The only neighborhood that's not sectioned off, that's just like Red Hook, Coney Island, is Brownsville.
Brown.
You know, see, Brownsville got different sections. You just can't go that way, can't go that way, can't go that way. You know, and Brownsville is one of the small. It's a small community right here. That about 2 miles, 2 square miles. Brownsville 1.4 square miles. So everything. Do you have a high school?
No.
No, they just started getting high school. They do have high schools now. They have alternative high schools. And charter high schools. Summit. But we have a lot of communities that didn't have any high schools in. Brownsville had no high schools at all. So
I think that one of the greater things of having you here is the reality that we need to start get back to create opportunities, and we need to build up. We need to build up, and every time they take one opportunity away from us, we need to create 5 to combat that. Like we need to park back in our lives. We need coaches back in our lives. If y'all specialize in anything out there, don't be afraid to teach. Don't be afraid to show people what you're able to do and your talents, because it goes a long way, and you never know who you influence and what your influence on them will create. The ripple effects are amazing. One little wave can create a tsunami, and that's what you are. You like a tsunami for all of these people.
we got to get Red Hook back to being utilized, not just in this community, but with everybody else. You know, they had track meets on that field. Had track meets, baseball, all those kind of things that we had to do.
This is the time. This is the time to get back at it. And it's crazy because we started with a gentleman that even introduced that he's back here to even create that type of thing. So how we started is how we finish. We need to get back to the community, get back to the riches. We need to start thinking of gold back in our backyard.
In Red Hook, there's a few guys that's really still trying to do the same things that when we came up. Like matter of fact, he just walked in the door. I don't know if John won a championship or whatever. I think he won the championship. Hey John, I know you just came in. Did y'all win the championship?
Which one?
Oh, I like that. So he's a championship guy. But how did you win your championship? They said that you was a championship. You won the championship in Brooklyn. College is it?
LIU? Oh, I coached. I won the city championship when I was coaching a school called Alexander Hamilton, Paul Robeson now. On that particular team, generally, PSL, they want you to have 10, 12 players. I had 25 players. So on that field. And one of the things I told my kids is that you get an opportunity to learn, and you play against the best players in the city. I had a kid on that team by the name of Ice Reynolds. A lot of people don't know Ice Reynolds, but he spent 16 years in the NBA. I had Carrie Scurry. He spent 8 years in the NBA. And I had a kid by the name of Gerald Green. Gerald Green took Seton Hall to the championship game in 1980 against Michigan. And we had the first black kid from New York City to go to University of Kentucky and play 4 years. Start 4 years. A kid by the name of Ed Dabney.
Wow. Y'all know these guys? Y'all ready for these guys?
He's McDowell All-American. He got drafted by the Bullets, but he didn't pass physical because he had a heart murmur. And they were strict on that because a couple years before that, Len Bynes died of a heart murmur.
Yeah.
So then I had a kid on my team that was a ball boy that spent 10 years in the NBA.
As a ball boy?
No, he's a player. He's a player. His name is Lloyd Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people think that he was from Queens.
Yeah.
No, he's from Brown.
Wow. He rep Queens. He did rep Queens.
No, that's because he went to Jackson, and when you do something well, they claim you. Like my brother said. But he was down there.
Oh wow. He Sleepy went through a lot of adversity. Was shot up and still turned his life around and still had a presence in the NBA. I remember San Antonio and
Then Jamal Tinsley, he was a kid there. He never played high. He was eligible to play anyway. You know, he got hooked up with a community guy by the name of Ziggy.
Yes.
And Ziggy sent them out to California, and but before he went, he came to me and said, "Coach, I want to thank you." I said, "You want to thank me? Why you want to thank me? What happened? What did I do?" He said, "I saw what you did with Charles Jones, and because what you did with Charles Jones made me know that I had a shot at it."
So you coach Charles Jones and LIU?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at when I was at LIU 5 years. Every year, Richie, you might know the Richie Parker story.
That's actually.
Y'all know the Richard Parker story?
Yeah.
He's from the Bronx.
Richie Parker's from Manhattan.
She put my home.
Yeah.
Manhattan Center.
Been all the time.
Manhattan Center. He was in high school, and he was a big star. Young lady liked him.
He got caught up with Cameron. That's the kid that got caught up with Cameron.
Yeah.
Cameron and Mitch played on his team.
Yeah.
People don't know they
Manhattan Center.
Manhattan Center. So, but Richie Parker couldn't get in no university in the country. No university in the
Before
country.
that incident, he had about 4 or 5.
He had a lot of scouts.
They all took him away.
So I had to go to the president of LIU.
Shout out to Rich Parker. That's my
And plead his case about giving him an opportunity. And they gave him an opportunity to come to LIU. Then she got mad at me because Oprah reached out to us and wanted to do
an expose on
on
the situation that
yeah,
occurred.
wanted to go on that show, and I said no. Nothing good can come of this. Nothing he here. Yeah, nothing good gonna come.
You're not showcasing his talents. You're trying to showcase.
Because you know they don't go at him.
Yeah,
You know they don't go at him. And what really went at him was that a young lady liked him. He had relations with her, and then he said, "Well, if you really like my girl, then you have to do my man."
Yeah.
Which was wrong.
Hell, that's sound like the Diddy thing.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy what y'all going on.
It does.
But he didn't. They pretended like. I don't want to speak too harsh in the situation. But supposedly it's like he coerced her or he convinced her to do something that maybe on her own she might have not wanted to do, but he didn't force her. He didn't physically force her. Did he coerce her? Did he, shoot some game at her and she did something? Absolutely. Maybe she regretted it later.
When did that become rape, though?
She changed the story.
Because she changed the narrative.
But it was never a rape, but you changed it to be a rape.
Because she claimed to be felt intimidated or whatever.
It's like everything else. It's who got the case.
Yeah.
They pushed the case. They pushed it.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't really want the truth.
They
though.
sensationalize.
It's not really the truth that they're looking for. They're looking for a
Dude, he didn't have to force himself. Tall, good-looking dude. Like he didn't have to force himself.
He's a referee.
He's ready.
Yeah, that's my dude. Like, he used to play ball in the Bronx for a long time.
Mike, you know who too? You knew who that was? Who they you talking about?
Richie Parker. Yeah.
Yeah, you right about that.
Richie had moves that he never went to the same twice.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? He was like Carmelo. He was looking at the lines on the court.
Actually, he had that move before Miller. The jab that that's like a
lines
crossover.
on the court.
And from the lines on the court is where he make his move based on where he was on the court. But you had a juggernaut. You had CJ, you had Campbell, you had a crew.
Rich Walker used to shoot from half court regularly, like
But he had a point guard. You see a lot of people under the point guard that he had. He had Campbell.
Mike Campbell was as good as anybody.
Oh yeah.
Campbell
CJ was scoring points.
but CJ jumped off point guard. And of course he had Lamont. He had his brother a lot. Talking too much. But he had his brother a lot. And Lamont made sure that CJ was fit.
Therefore,
Pro career.
He went to the Bulls.
Listen, Charles Jones' father was the reason why Bernard King became the player that he became.
Is that right?
Charles Jones' father was about 6'4", muscle guy, played basketball. When Bernard King was in high school, Bernard King worked for the Department of Parks for his summer job at St. John's Recreation Center. Every day, he would go in the gym and play against Charlie Jones, a grown man. Charlie Jones used to beat the dog. So Bernard had to develop that quick release.
Right.
See? So nobody, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone.
He turned around.
It made him unstoppable. But they had a brother.
Albert?
No, better than all of them. Better than them. Ronald. Ronald. It was Pauline the oldest, then Bernard, then Ronald. Ronald had one leg 2 inches shorter than the other. Oh, wow.
So let's say Ron was the best king?
Yeah. And this Ron made people proud.
He won on 2 rounds.
He couldn't guard nobody, but nobody could guard him. He couldn't guard nobody because he's always going to be a step behind. But he so you know, everybody could guard him. Ronald was amazing, man. And the youngest brother played for me at Hamilton, Joe. Joe went to Alexander Hamilton. They went to Hamilton. Ron didn't go. Bernard, Albert, and Spalding went to Fort Hamilton.
My brother said Spalding was
Spalding was a good rebounder. Spalding wasn't the bench.
Oh, Spalding wasn't the bench.
I'm gonna let somebody.
Ron went to UCLA, University of the corner of Lexington Avenue.
Yeah, my
He didn't go to school.
So, call my brother on that right now.
Right now in the building we have with us, let him introduce himself.
My name is, not so many names, I just call
What's your government? It didn't work.
my government name is William Wilson. They don't know me as that. Billy Wilson, they always call me my whole name because I just demanded it like that without even asking. You know, growing up in Red Hook, it was one of the best things. I was so rich. If we would have had some guidance like Coach Ray, this whole community would have been far more advanced than it wound up being. There was so much talent out here. It was ridiculous. You know, we never felt like we were poor. We always had each other, and we looked out for each other. And out here, you know, this is how you see it out here now. You know, most of these people, they don't know the history. Red Hook has a history so rich, just like Coach was saying. They would come out here to play at Mickey knowing
knowing that
After the game,
there's gonna be a brother.
You really didn't have somebody, you gonna do something.
man.
Oh shit, that lost you running up the stairs.
Yes. And I'd just like to take a moment to say I myself owe so much to Coach Haskins. When I went away to school, I played against, like we said, Bernard and them. You know, Bernard's game escalated from when he was a junior to a senior, and then his first year at Tennessee. Back then, we were all proud of everybody that did good because we all pushed each other. We pushed each other hard. You know, a lot of the guys that I played against, Fly Williams, Lloyd Free, Phil Sellers, you know, those guys paved the way for guys like me, Bernard, Benny Johnson, George Johnson. Those guys are Hall of Fame guys. And, you know, they wondered what happened to me when I went away to school, but that's another story for another time. Coach had this program. They had it on, it was just like 6 of us. And they allowed Coach to teach us the referee class. And it changed my life. You know, so much of what I am today is a direct result of what he taught. Oh, Ray was your teacher? Yes. Ray was my teacher because he demands so much of you without even asking. You want to do your best. And that is not a talent. That's a gift. And you know, he helped me. I thought I was man, please. It's a gift to be able to do what we do to inspire other people. And Coach Haskins, Ray, commandeers inspiration like that, draws it out of people and gives it to others. And you can see how I could get choked up easy just expressing real feelings about Coach because he did so much for me.
Forget, and I know he would never forget me, but one of my players, he wasn't a great player, but he was one of my 25. Everybody know the comedian Brooklyn Mike?
Yeah.
He was one of my players. He played on the team. So, when you see him, just say, I didn't know you played ball. Yeah, but you know he had a hell of a career. He writes for Chris Rock. He writes for a lot of people. And he's a great comedian himself. Though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I didn't play for you. I didn't play against you. I played against a lot of guys that folks, the Scurries.
Oh yeah.
You know, I had different teachers. Fish, Billy, Cornell not here, but you know they always gave me points. You know, like hey, that sucked. That sucked.
Glad you said it.
I didn't like it then. I knew what I had to do. And just like you saying that, you'll tease me going around the corner, playing music at Friday night, and me going out there shooting in the dark. I made myself better with all the tips they gave me, and because I wanted to do this.
You had a Brownwood coach, white guy by the name of Murray. He was a gym.
Murray started everybody with baseball, football, basketball, yeah.
Say all of us.
And like you know, they used to say we had so much talent when we used to play CYO and PAL. We could have 3 teams in every division. That's how much talent we had out here.
We did. And a couple of years that Abu reminded me that the Red Hook team won. I called myself playing up, and we lost to Brownsville 2 years in a row. We had teams. We would get our buses. We would have junior team, the senior team, and unlimited team. That's one time that I played for the great coach Gil. We went up to Connecticut. We had 3 teams, and that's when I played against John Williamson. Oh man, that guy was special. But we used to always travel with teams, more than one team. Forfeits, how you spell that? We knew nothing about before. We would be there early for games, all the time.
Yo,
Jim's packed. Yo, man,
you ready?
Got to change, man. I was proud of you, man. The way you grabbed those kids, Charles, and took them and ran with them, man, and got everything out. Not even having to be a good player, just instill it in the kids.
Because I wanted to give them what I was giving. I've been doing this 17 years now.
Woof.
You know, I love it. You know, I coach for Queens Defenders now. They give me the last of the lot every year, and they can't understand how I get them to the championship.
It's a gift, bro. It's a gift. It's a gift, man.
You know, like people say, I can admit I suck, but I made myself a better ball player. And I went out there and and this is what I teach them. I'm down to now. I'm coaching my great grandson.
Ooh. That's what's up.
Special.
Yes. My grandson is about to come from Germany. He's All-American. I started with him. He's All-American at Morgan State. After, Grandpa, why we got to do this? Grandpa, why we got to do that? Just listen to me. When I met Coach Bozeman, who coached Jason Kidd,
okay,
and he said, Grandpa, how many times you want to kick his butt for not listening? When he finally said, you got him to do what you needed to do. Now he's 4 years playing in Europe, and now I'm trying to get my great grandson the same thing. So I'm putting in the work.
What you doing now, bro?
Right now, I'm Department of Education program director called Project Pivot, and in middle schools I deal with student athletes and leadership, where I, just like what I'm doing here, I explain to them early on how to identify themselves as leaders. There are different kind of leadership. Some quiet leaders, some leaders lead by example, and you just got some guys who are natural that bring everybody together. So, and I let them know there's different avenues. It's not just one kind of leader. It's just different styles of leadership. So to let them know and let them try to let them have a voice. See, one of the problems that we have in this city right now, and I wanted to meet with Chancellor Banks, but he would never meet with me. This man, he did a great job in the short time that he was in the Department of Education, but we only service 1/3 of the students in the city of New York in our athletic programs. Because when I was a kid, we had PSAL elementary school, we had PSAL middle school, and PSAL high school. Now we only service the high schools, where we have high school championships and competitions. And the PSAL was the one that ran the night centers.
Yeah.
They had people in night centers, man. Those places were so small. And if they put more money into that, I think we would be better off. We would be better off for it.
Because running the street.
Right now, a lot of our kids, man, I've been to places in this country where kids pay $2,500 to join an AAU team.
Yeah.
That's true.
$2,500.
That's just the joint.
Yeah.
Then they gotta buy their own uniforms, pay for their own travel, their own hotel. And I tell guys now, I said, when we played, we didn't have to have no referee fee.
Right.
True.
But if I had a son and he was on the team and he paid $10, he got to play $10 worth of that game. He didn't pay $10 to sit on the bench. Before, the community guys, they paid.
Yeah.
You're paid to put teams in tournaments. See, that's why I understand what the Department of Parks is trying to do. You can't make no money running a tournament in the park. Not really all the time. You got to put in the referee fee and all the control.
But a lot of it started when they cut out JV sports. Once they stopped the JV sports in high school, kids was running rampant.
Yeah.
See, but we say that, but listen, this is what the Catholic schools do. Catholic schools in the sport of basketball, they have a freshman team that's for ninth graders. They have a junior varsity. They have a varsity A and a varsity B. Well, why could they do that with less money? They have one gym. Everybody has one gym. Why can't public schools do that?
Well, they're doing that now.
No,
Public schools doing it. Yeah, my son goes to Eagle Brook.
yeah, that's an exception.
Yeah, but they have a whole varsity beat and they have
I know, but that's not the city of New York running it. That's what the Eagle Foundation is putting that money into it. But if you go to other schools, Jeff has it too.
Yeah. A lot of
But Boys and Girls don't have it. Lincoln don't have it.
they don't have.
They don't have varsity beats.
But Boys and Girls does.
No. Boys and Girls have the alternative school there called Research and Service. See, remember, I was executive director of the Girls. I knew all the teams, and this is what I wanted to put in place. So you can't tell me it's not no gym space. Well, if they got gym space for Catholic school, why can't have it for Catholic school? They all got one gym. Bishop Loughlin has it. Why can't Boys and Girls have it? They got two gyms. Mm-hmm. Jeff got two gyms. Canarsie got two gyms.
The program that you were building in that time that you were there, they did not want to give you the resources that you need because they knew that you were going to be successful.
Listen,
at the successful
at the PSAL, because I know what the budget was. We had schools that were slotted for teams that didn't have teams, so that money stayed there. So when we had teams that applied for the PSAL, even if it's just for 1 year, let those kids play. Why? Because those kids might not be there next year. They're going on, they're moving on.
That's right.
So why can't we do that? Why can't we do like the colleges are doing now, where kids could go to whatever school they want to go to? With that NIL, the name, image, and likeness, the portal where they can go to schools. If coaches can move, why can't you pick a school because they got a good coach?
Well, they stopping all that, even with high school. That's why if this high school ain't successful, the Board of Ed want to restructure it. Now you got 8 little mini schools.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so they taking away.
Boys and Girls High School has 5,000 students. Now, Boys and Girls High School have less than 200 students. And in that building, they got a Nelson Mandela, 200 students. Mm-hmm. They got Research and Service, 200 students. And they got a evening program with another 100 students. So we're another 4,000 students.
They're playing 5 principals.
Yeah. Paying 5 principals.
And they all go against each other. Canarsie got the same thing in South Shore with like 8 different schools.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah. And my thing also to the Board of Ed, why we let these Catholic schools close?
I never understood that. Bishop Ford wasn't supposed to close years ago. That was one of the top Catholic schools.
Bishop Ford should have got public education money, but it's not allowed to teach religion classes. You want religion, you take it some other time. But now we got these charter schools. The charter schools, whether you know or not, it's only about money.
Yeah.
See, with the Board of Education, the first mayor that we ever had that understood that it was $8 billion in the Board of Ed was Bloomberg, because he was a business guy. So Bloomberg brought all the charter schools. That's who brought all the charter schools in.
Coach, I go reference some of these charter schools now today. They're immaculate. They put a lot of money into these buildings. I went to a school the other day. The view, it was in Brooklyn on Eastern Parkway, but you could see Manhattan. You could see the nice part of Brooklyn. And it's like, where was this stuff at? We need to get to utilize that in some of our neighborhoods to where, those people that are in charge, we have to go to these meetings that they have so they can hear our voice and see our face and know that we need stuff for our kids too.
We don't do enough of that.
We don't do enough of that.
it. We don't stick together. We don't come together, and then it's always, well, my idea is better than your idea. So why are we not going to do it that way?
Yeah, well, we know that strategy's been working for a long time, so we're not even going to get into that.
Black people got turned away. When they did go with the idea, the investor said it's a bad idea. So the black people went away. The white guy came, he gave the white guy the investment.
$24.
Yeah. Billy.
Same thing with some of the public schools. If you look at some of the public schools, you go to certain schools, they make sure that they go to Bayside High School. Basically, you would never think that school is, you could eat off the floor. Go to Boys High. And I bet you got all kind of trash in the hallway. Big differences. But the people in those communities, they support.
Boys High is pretty well kept because they don't have that many students. When Frank Mickens was, they had 5,000 students.
Yeah. Frank kept everything under control.
5,000 students. That's a lot of students. The largest school in America is Brooklyn Tech.
Yeah.
Brooklyn Tech has over 8,000 students, sometimes 9,000 students in that building.
Coach Ray.
Yeah.
We've spoken a lot about all the problems that we have. What do you see a path towards success? What would create a path towards success for all of these situations that we're talking about right now? And
starting with the Department of Education, if we put programs into all our schools don't have any music programs, no drama programs. We should have all the shots. I used to work at a school called Automotive. And Automotive, and I worked there in 1991. Kids were leaving Automotive, going into entry-level jobs, starting at $45,000 a year. They did away with the trade schools. They did away with the trade schools. And we know basically like a lot of us are good with our hands. We can see things and we do things. The trade schools are important. We need to bring those back. I know the house I lived in, kids that graduated from Alexander Hamilton did the duct work, did the electrical work in the house that I lived in, that I bought. Right there across the street from Boys and Girls High School. They did that work. But we don't have that. We don't have that for kids. But one of the things, the arguments with W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington.
What's the question?
But W.E.B. Du Bois only wanted to educate the top 10% of a black race. Booker T. wanted people to go into the trade, to be made bricklayers, electricians, mechanics, all that kind of stuff. So we would have more than that. If we did that and we were the tradesmen, now we would own this nation. We would own this nation.
They don't want that. They don't want that.
Before I leave, I want to say that Xavier made this vest here. I don't know how long ago it was, but you can get. Oh, you can't get them no more. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
My man.
Let's go.
Next up.
I know that's I want you to share your own damn show.
Just let me.
But Mr. Haskins, you gave it up today. You really gave it up. And a lot of people needed that. They needed you need your flowers, man. You need your flowers. You've done a lot for a lot of people, man. And the thing about it is like not many men are recognized while they're alive. The things that they do, they usually talk about it when they're gone. But every time your name is mentioned, it's always something good. Since I've known you, I've not heard one bad thing. I'm sure you got some bad things, but it's not public.
Yeah, I owe a lot of people some money. Can you help me with that?
That wasn't a joke, but and yo, John, this brother over here, man. If you watch him, he's probably the only one. He's the guy who's bringing still has that old soul. He's still bringing the kids, trying to get the kids. He's fighting to get these kids to even come out to play sports no more. They so consumed with them the PlayStations and all these different things that just keep them in the house. They don't want to come outside. You can't play basketball in the house unless you got a gym in there. So you need to come outside and learn how to play. It's not about going to learn to be an NBA star. Just to come out and enjoy yourself, interact with people. We had all these things coming up as kids. There's none of this. So, John, did you let them know how to get in touch with you, or how can they get it? It's sure there's parents that's trying to get rid of their kids so they can go outside. And the summertime's coming, and you're a very good guy, example for the community. You never been no trouble. You always, you got a deep voice. You scare people, but you're a big fan.
I never been scared. First of all, it's Charles. It ain't John.
I'm so sorry. First of all, I'm so sorry. I wouldn't say what it is, but I don't want to say what it is. I got my glasses on. But tell them how to get in touch with you.
You can call my email, seymour907yahoo.com.
The kids,
on my phone.
What's the kids' rate? What's the rate?
I do anything. I don't turn no kid down.
Wow.
I do anything from 14, 17, 18. I just gave my email, seymour907yahoo.com. My number is 718-757-1450. My phone is on 24/7. Just got to let me know who you are, and I'll get back to you. I can direct you to my AAU program I'm doing now. I used to do my own programs, but kids, like you said, stopped coming. So I got here, and I get kids all the time. So, any that's interested, I can direct them. I'm glad to have them.
That's when they use the sports uniform, right? What type of sport?
Basketball.
Basketball.
Yeah.
But that's what they need, though. That's what we're talking about. You know what I mean? This is the thing that we need to. We got to bring it back here. Now, he gave you the information. We here. We are here. You can reach out to me, but I can introduce you to people that can help you out too. I mean, you just gotta go ahead. You gotta make the call. Or nobody can go in your house and pull you out. You have to go and call these numbers and get in touch with these people. Now, and I kind of appreciate the people that did order things from my prior guests. I do want to thank y'all, audience, that went out and ordered some stuff from Tish and Tiffany. So I really appreciate that. And these guys is giving you information. Please use it. Don't just lose it, because this guy here, man, like I said, he's been doing this a long time. He's acting and Charles. He's actively doing it now. You know what I mean? I say You're 14 years old. I know your kids is really off the hook right now, and it's a good time to get them. They got a lot of energy. You need to get them out the house. You know what I mean? Somebody that's trustworthy, that's not going to violate your kid. You're going to teach your kid how to be a man as well as a system. You know what I mean? Learning the systems. And he also has mentors like him, Bozak, Fish. There's a lot of guys that really still want to help these kids. You don't have to be from Red Hook. Don't think it's all about Red Hook. We will do all over. If you need help in all areas, let's do that. You know what I mean? Ferg was up here earlier. He's very helpful with that stuff too. We got another guy. Even with the handballs, baseball, let's get busy, man. I'll come out here and do some things myself. I'll come out of retirement.
Next.
So listen, I really want to thank everybody for coming through.
You know, it's a pleasure seeing some of my old guys. Ray, you've been a legend since forever. You know, so
I'm not afraid to say, let's get everybody up in front. Coach Haskins.
Can you take a picture with y'all guys?
Only out front of the screen so that we
My brother asked about going to take Mr. Blondell. Yeah, my brother. We ran in flesh. I already told him that when we was at Quincy. He saw him.
take it back, soak it in. We're gonna cut
Oh, my back with you.
Look at this. Yo, take them pictures, y'all. Take those pictures. This is, y'all, listen, y'all. This right here is amazing. You see that? Yeah, you see that? Let me explain something to you, man. Years ago, I didn't think this would ever happen. The way I live my life, to sit here and look at these guys in this camera right here, I swear I made it. I don't care if I have to do another show. I don't care if I 2 more people to view me.
Wait, we got one more guest. Don't say that.
But this right here, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Y'all don't know what this is.
Coach Haskins, baby. Let's go.
I can't believe you ain't all that.
Everybody get in this one. Can I take your picture?
Unity in the community, baby. Let's get it.
I need to see him.
Come on, you was 15, man.
You want to see Mike or me? I can't see how you can miss it.
Take this.
Nice.
I wish I looked up this one.
This is the best picture.
Borderline talks, baby.
Yes.
Thank you, y'all.
Gotcha.
Let's get it. Some of these arthritis. Which one?
Yeah, that came out too.
Bless y'all, man.
One.
No, it's too far, man. God bless everybody.
Everybody stand up one more time, please. Please stand up one more time. Can you please stand up one more time? One more time.
Yeah, come on, Jason. That you standing there. I can't get over it.
I know. See, I'll do Dave first.
Oh, that's nice.
You done?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, guys, up here.
Let's look at it. Everybody look over at top, y'all.
Legendary Gary Bobby. What you see here is
Thank
you.
And
Thank you. Generation stuff, man.
Generation.
Ladies and gentlemen,
No, I was reading on my.
did we take a picture together?
Yeah, listen, my mother's daughter.
I think your brother was over there. Where you at, man? Don't get nervous. ShaBazz with disciples up next. Great. So we got all right.
I was looking at the
ShaBazz the disciples up next. We're going. Catch you next time, man.
Stay up, man. Always.
No, before my back, man. Yo, Billy, I'll be here in a second. I'm on my way. Don't leave without me.
You connect to this. Come on, ShaBazz.
I love it when you don't expect anything. When you're absolutely normal, you're not absolutely perfect. ShaBazz is simple, lovely ShaBazz. I know this young man for 40 years almost, so you don't even know that.
ShaBazz the disciples next. The camera, where you on the camera?
Is the camera here? Nice pictures.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little more. Yeah. Borough line talks. I could,
Mike, you taking it?
yeah.
yo, I can safely say, without a shadow of a doubt, that nobody on no level has put together a legendary moment like that for Red Hook. I don't think nobody done that. Facts. Borough line talks did though.
You know,
Borough line talks did though.
I got my boy here, man. Let me tell you, I love this guy, man. Yo, I remember when he was a little kid, man. He's been the same. His heart is the same. He never changed, man. He always been that humble dude, man. No matter how many records and everything and your accomplishment, you just getting off tour. I know you can talk about that. But ShaBazz, I'm really proud of you. I know, I can't say it enough.
Goosebumps.
You know what I mean? You came when I needed you with Cherie. When I needed it, I just want to let everybody know because you wasn't here last week. They killed it. I mean, 2 weeks ago they killed it.
Yeah.
And they was playing your song. They was playing it. Well, we was trying to play it all day like today, but unfortunately, you did.
Grieving for you?
Yeah. No, we did not. We was doing the one you did.
Right.
You did. Well, I'm talking about the one with us.
Right. Borough. Yep.
Can we hear that though? Can we hear it?
I'm telling you, you're not connected to you. I don't know what you're speaking about.
It's on. Speaking still on.
I just want to play it for them because I know. For the listeners that didn't hear it, I know it's up here somewhere. This should be live 24. This should be live within. That's it. So y'all can talk about.
Yeah, let's get to it. Let's get to it. In the right now on Borough Line Talks, we have the legendary. And if you don't know him today, you gonna get to know him for real. Cause he home. BK, stand up for the one and only, the great one, ShaBazz. He was a disciple. Now he's a professor. He's a teacher. He's an illustrator. You know what I mean? Yeah, student. Exactly. He was a student. Now actually he's giving you game. So he's more like ShaBazz, the teacher. You know what I mean? Teacher.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man. And proud of this brother right here. Him and his brother kind of had a lot to do with everything. Me, Ra, Sha, all of us. We watched them. We followed their footsteps. Not every footstep. I didn't judge nobody. I just wanted a different way out for us. Because I seen everybody going to the yard or the graveyard. And I thought I could save that. Stop it. Like, not stop it, but deter it. But I was too little, young, with a big idea. They was doing what they did. Everybody in Red Hook was doing their thing. And I couldn't convince them to stop getting allegedly, right? And struggle for 20 years with me while I get this music off the ground. Come on. But one thing, Calvin believed in me. He said, nah, I'm going to bring you to the radio station. Him and my Uncle Cliff brought me to the radio in like 89. When they played the record, it was no boom, boom, boom. The phone lit up, everything. I was like, oh, shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm on something. That made me believe in myself even more, that I was on the right path. Because, you know what I mean? I could have just joined, but I wanted to do something else. What record? In a different direction.
What record? Tell the people what record.
It was listen to the method. Listen to the method. Method of understanding. I never forget that. It was like a Barry White sample, and I had Malcolm X sample on there talking. Wow. You know, I was Malcolm X super fan, so that's why I named myself ShaBazz behind Malcolm ShaBazz. So it started way back when I was 5 years old, right? We lived in 100 Dwight Street. And every Sunday they had like talent day. My grandfather, which is Young Nut, and my mother's father, Pinky, and their father, Raymond, he was in a group called the Silhouettes. He started a group called the Silhouettes with Motown. Get a job, shana. That's my grandfather. So my uncle Raymond, he was played the guitar. He played the guitar. Him and Howie Ellis was incredible. So every talent day, I'm a little kid just sitting in the living room like I don't know what the hell was going on. I'm like, Raymond would get on Skin Tight. I thought he made that record. Cut me up. Delivers the message. I thought him and Les G made that record. Because they played it so much already today, I thought it was their record. I didn't know what was going on. But this is what blew me away. My Aunt Pinky, my mother, and Trisha. They came out in the living room with some fly sequin looking, I don't know what. And they did the Supremes. And yo, my mother was Diane. Pinky and Trisha. I'm like, that's when it hit me. That's what I want to do right here. That was the moment. Y'all didn't know that. That was the moment that did it for me. Rest in peace, Pinky. Rest in peace, Trisha. But yeah, that was the moment that blew me away. I was looking at like, I thought that, and when I saw the video with Diana Ross in them, I said, Mommy, they stole your record. She was like, nah, let me explain to you. And I was like, wow. It was like a cover. You know what I mean? I was blown away. They did it so perfect. I thought they was that record. They did the record.
So they took you to the radio station.
Right.
The record started blowing up.
Yeah.
So now, where did you transition to?
Before that, right? We did a show. We were 16. Me, Rod, and Sha. We did a show at the Mickey. Mm-hmm. We was just in a hallway. Legendary. So when it started in Coffee Park, you know what I mean? Young Nut and Les G, DJing, everybody. Pocky D, rest in peace. I used to call him One Pop. And you have to be nice to get behind that red rope. I remember the red rope and red rope. If my whole dream was that I gotta get behind that red rope. Wow. That's all I cared about. That was like a Grammy to me. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't care about none of that. But Chris Wooten, first MC that I worked with was Chris Wooten. Yep. That dude was he was the best. He was the best. Chris Wooten, that dude was a killer. What are you doing now? He dead. What's the two of them? Right, Chris could die. Chris died, but he was young. That's the one that passed away. Youngest brother. We don't got to talk about how it happened. Everybody knows. Right? Yeah, but Mr. Ice was super incredible. Yeah. What I got from him, get in that ring and bust you know what I mean? Bust them in the mouth. Don't let them, whoever get on that mic, murder them. If you get on the record with somebody, murder them. And I took that. You know what I mean? That's what you know what I mean? When I got with Riz in him, I had to murder them. I mean, thanks for the opportunity, but I got to do, you know what I mean? Whatever I have to do. But me, Shy, and all of us, we was in the hallways. Me and Chris started in the hallways. I remember Damon, Chan brother, Damon. He had a little beef with Tretch in Smithtown, Long Island or something like that. He came to us. He knocked on my door. Yo, I need you to write me something. I want to battle Tretch. Know you by nature. So me and Chris sat in the stoop, on the steps, and we wrote him a rhyme. Hit a record kid named Tretch. He bodied Tretch. We did that for him. Then he started the group GBU, the Good, the Bad, the Ugly, with Box, the haircut, and
Majesty, Yuma's father. Right. So we was inspiring a lot of people, but we was in the hallway. Prince Wooten used to bring all the MCs, all of the beatboxers. He would find a beatbox. He would try to find the best beatbox. He would bring him the record, and I don't care who it was. He brought Box one day. I embarrassed him. He quit. He was done. He quit right there. Yo, I'm done. I was the best in that beatbox. I'm telling you. So he was also.
He was no. Yeah.
I was looking for Dougie. You definitely know that. I was looking for Dougie Fresh, Miss Rocky, Buck. I was looking for them.
Yeah.
I wanted to battle three of them. We used to smoke weed. I don't smoke no more. We was the Blood Boys. We was little. I used to smoke weed and do like 9 songs at one time. I was beatboxing and rhyming at the same time. I don't know what the hell was on me. I just was on it. So, bumped into Shakim, Your Majesty. Right, Sha. Yo, Sha, he was like Big Daddy Kane in that whole way. He was the best. Shakim. Chris, he quit. He was in boxing. Sha was incredible. I did all the routines. We used to go to Greg's house every Sunday and do a demo. When we was in the crib doing a demo, everybody was dying, getting killed. It was murders. It was crazy. So when I look back, young nigga was Xavier, like the Professor X, and he was creating hip hop superheroes, right? Because in the 100 Dwight was the academy. It would be called the academy because he would put the speaker in the window, have the whole crowd outside. He'll bring the MCs upstairs. They all rhyming. I'm in the back. We was bunkies in the same bunk bed. And I'm like, yo, I was wired. Like, just sitting in there, like, watching this shit. I didn't know what was happening. Boom. One day, I'm 13. He gave me the mic for the first time. That was it. I ain't never shut up yet.
Bro, I know you was just funny even though.
Aries.
Listen to his story. The reason why I don't hear rappers because of him. Because every time he did a show was a fight.
Yeah.
So he had to do a show with Tupac and Brothers. Remember that?
I'm gonna tell him that
Tupac came on stage, gave him mic, and then he gave him mic. Two girls start fighting.
That's when I wrote Party with a J.
Yeah. He supposed to perform EPMD.
Yeah.
Class 1.
Yeah.
But
you forgetting to tell us, it was because of you that I was doing all of these shows.
Yeah,
because you introduced me to Jay Hamilton. Yeah. So you brought me to Brownsville and brought me to that manager. Yeah. He had me on every stage in the
EPMD had the mic on ShaBazz side because the mic. Two girls are fighting.
I'm Kilimanjaro.
Yeah. When not, what happened for
Black Sheep was doing with this. And we staying next to him. Where you get on? I had the mic. There you go.
Good fight.
The dude got killed in the.
And then when Knox, he's supposed to do the show with Knox. Now get on the stage, get the mic. Good fight. Big fight. And then we went to Wu-Tang video. Method Man and the OD back. He killed a cop. OD yo, why you killing animals? Why you killing animals? I'm done with rappers.
Is that thing so old? Because they look like that movie.
Nah, that's true.
So, no, that's not.
The crazy part of that Tupac day, right? He was taller than me. He was crazy. He was wild. But we went around the corner. He's like, yo, Jay Hamilton was like, yo, come around the corner. We went to this building, this office building. He was like, let's go up the steps. Look in that door. We looked in there. They was filming Malcolm X, the on-the-wall murder scene. Yeah. He was like, let's move to the side because they get ready to run out and run down the steps. They get to shoot him and run down. Just move to the side. We moved to the side. Everybody was running. They shot him. It was, like, we got monument moments that none of y'all know of. Right? These moments
are the ingredients that make you keep going and keep believing and going, keep going, right? The Mickey O was a moment. When I got on that mic, it was a rap. I got the cassette. I got it. I got it on. I got the audio. Crazy. The whole fucking Red Hook went crazy.
I still have your first.
That was the moment. That young enough moment, but then it was like steps. That was the moment right there that told me, number one, I belong behind them red rope. And number two, I'm a make it. I'm gonna do shows. That's all I do. So I do shows everywhere. I got I'm on my like fifth passport. Filling them up.
So how did you go from that to now messing with the RZA?
Right. I'm gonna go to that right there. Right. So here we go. Right with Cherie, Preem, we was doing work in the studio in Preem's crib. Right. So every day we in the crib, I'm looking out the window. Little niggas just wilding, Tech Nine, shootouts, everything, and we watching them. And I'm writing songs about it. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. So one day my uncle, Andre, Robson, Colin, right? He's like, yo, I'm gonna set up a meeting for you. You gotta get a record deal. You gotta get a label. We gotta get you going because you the best, man. So he set up a meeting with that Dominican guy. I don't want to say names, you know what I'm saying? Over there on Rest in Peace, Flagpole. And we had a meeting at the restaurant. So we sitting down, we ordered our food. So he had a briefcase, he slipped it under the table to me. I opened it, got that clean, I closed it, and slid it back. He said, what's wrong? It ain't enough. It's 30 grand. I got 70 more for you in Red Hook when we go get, I got 100 for you. I said, nah, that's not that. If they watching you, they're gonna be watching me. 2 weeks later, I met RZA. So it was about that decision right there. Right there, it was, you know what I mean? Like the negative came, I wasn't hungry. I wasn't thirsty.
The test.
Yeah, that was the test.
That was just the test.
That's all it was.
That was the
he
test.
said to me, I caught it, nah. Boom. Matt RZA, rest is history. So
no, it's not. You gonna tell it.
No. Come on,
So what led to that?
This is what happened. My cousin Freestyle. Me and Preem, we had a crew. You know what I'm saying? And boom, I put my cousin Freestyle.
Preem did it for us, no?
Yeah, he produced this one.
So shout out to Preem for that music. Thank you.
So thank you, Preem. I know you're not looking at it, but if you
thank you.
Look at it, I never see him up there, but I know I got a man love for it.
Right. So Freestyle was my cousin, right? His manager was this dude named Flipper. In like the 90s, dances was hot. Like 88 to 92, dances was hot. Scoop and Scrap, Redhead Kingpin, Flipper. He was like the number 2 dancer in New York at the time. Flipper was managing the Translator crew, which you know as the Fugees.
Yeah.
My cousin was going to be the 4th member of the Fugees. So freestyle. So because we do reggae, you know what I mean, and hip hop, but more reggae number 1. That's our number 1 music. So what happened was, his manager Flipper was bringing him around different producers' houses to get him some beats to make his demo to get him a deal. He was working with TLC, Fugees, and then he brought him to Prince Joaquin crib. Right? So when he went to go play his demo, and it was like reggae. RZA was like, nah, I don't really know what to do with reggae. You know what I mean? So he's like, I got somebody you can love. He took out my tape. He put it on. It was over. All of them walked in the room. Yo, who that? Go that nigga. Nice. Yo, who the God? RZA called me. Yo, peace, God. Yo, it's Prince Joaquin. Yo, I go by RZA now and shit. You know, I'm doing this new shit called Wu-Tang. You know, some karate shit. Channel 5. I said, yeah, we used to watch that. But we making it on some hip hop shit, like kung fu hip hop battle. I said, that's dope. That's a dope concept. He said, yeah, I'm putting out this single like right now, like Protect Your Neck, right? It was a demo. So
He was like, yo, you got a deal? I was like, nah. He said, yo, I'm gonna put that out. I got a label. It's on my lawyer's office. It's Wu-Tang Records. You're gonna be the first one in order. So I was like, all right. He's like, yo, you got a B-side? I was like, yeah. What you want? He said, a bloody story. I said, I just did one. He said, yo, come to the studio. Me and Cream just did robbery. He said, yo, come to the studio, Battery Studios tonight. Boom, went there. They was doing Dirty's album. They was doing albums. I mean, they got signed to Loud. You know what I mean? Wu-Tang, RCA, Loud, RCA. So we go to the studio. I play the shit. Niggas went crazy. They went nuts. The lady from Warner Brothers was right there. Sophia Chang, who was Dirty's manager. Yo, I want to sign it. RZA was like, not yet, not yet. So after that, what happened was he asked my cousin, you ain't gonna get jealous if I put your cousin out first. He said no, because he gonna take me everywhere he go. And sure enough, that's what I did. You know, we've been around the whole planet like 5 times. He's always right there with me. He lives in France now. Like, he didn't even come back. He left. We at the airport. He's like, nah, I'm good. Friends, he got kids, everything.
So, where did you just come? I mean, not to cut you off, but
I came from Switzerland, and I bought you something because I said I'm gonna bring you a bottle. I said, you drink? He's like, yeah. I said, you said no, but I'll take the gift.
Right.
So what I bought was this is like chocolate with liquor in it. Yeah. That's something different. They ain't got that out.
Just eat one.
I mean, they got it now. You know what I mean?
you gotta keep it calm.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Eat one at a time.
Hey, so listen, right?
So now you went from meeting Prince Rakeem,
right?
Resident. You see what they're doing,
right?
He's trying to tell you, like, I got a different vision for you, so I'm gonna keep you on the burner for a second.
Right.
Now
it was just a real quick second because they was doing the album. They was doing the 36 Chambers. We was in the studio every day, Firehouse, freestyling sessions. I was murdering shit, and they was recording that album. Already had to do the album, so he was like, "Yo, I got this other project I want you to get on, Grave Diggers." I was like, "All right." Word. So one night he called me. He's like, yo, come to the studio. I got something for you. So I walked to what's that right here? Magic. I was walking over. It was foggy. I'll never forget this night. It was foggy. It looked crazy outside. I walked to the cab stand. I seen John. God bless him. Dr. Dula. He was like, yo. I was like, yo, it's here. I got the moment. It's the moment right now. He's like, what? He's like, yo, go kill it, man. Go kill it. I got in the cab. We was going over the Brooklyn Bridge, and I'm thinking of the craziest shit I could think of because I know what I gotta go do. So we get over the bridge. I get to Firehouse, right? We get to the studio. I go in the room. It's RZA sitting at the board, and it's Ethan Ryman. That's the white boy that was in the series. If y'all know the series, the Wu-Tang series, he's that guy. He recorded that session. So RZA was sitting at the desk. I mean, at the board. So he put the beat on. And I looked at the speaker. I looked at him. I said, "Fucking serious? Give me a fucking pad." And at that time, I was writing all my rhymes in red ink. I was on some bugged out, crazy shit. So they got me a pad. Then he called the rest of them in the room. Fugon, Poetic, rest in peace, and Prince Paul, because I didn't meet them yet. There was in another one
from Step Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, they was in another room doing something else. So he called them in. Yo, come here, yo, we got one, like the beat. So everybody came in. They writing. I'm sitting there. I wrote it 2 minutes. I was chilling. RZA was standing up. Yo. He looked. He said, "Yo, you finished now?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yo, let me hear that." I stood up, put my book to the heavens, and screamed that shit. Them niggas threw their shit in the garbage and walked out. RZA was like, "Yo, go in there and record."
Give us the first couple of bars of how that goes. Yes.
As I exercise my exorcism, evil that lurks within the sin and the terrorism. So I went in there and I recorded it one time. No albums, no nothing. One shot. That was it. It's a rap.
So now, where the hell do you get all this stuff from in your head, though? What school? Did you go to school for this stuff? Like,
you don't go to college in that spirit. It's not even it's no gimmick. It's just a spirit.
He's in tune with everything.
I absorb everything I seen in Red Hook. Yes. Basically, I carried so many caskets in that project. I was already a grade 10. Before I met these things. What am I talking about? I carried a casket, man. So, I was perfectly ready for that experience. I was molded. God put me there. And when I sat there, I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous. Because I sat there and said, damn, I've been through everything to get to this moment. Here I am. I cannot fucking blow it. I need that. I gotta do this for real right now. I gotta do it. I don't want to go back to that shit out there. You know what I mean? Blew it off the head.
He was always gifted.
Yeah, it was question made a diamond right on the spot. I was scared to death. Because I didn't want to fail. I didn't want to let y'all down. You know what I mean? Y'all already believed in me.
Man,
you know what I
mean? I was locked up.
Yep. When y'all got locked up, that messed me up.
I know, because I seen the pain.
That messed me up.
And I heard the bit that they was like, yo, they said your man ShaBazz, man, he made a joint about y'all.
Yeah.
I said, man, I said, I know what it is, man.
Yeah.
He looked at. We was on that because we had these conversations. I told you. I said, well, I forgot where I was at. I said when I get back somewhere, I said we're gonna meet up and I gotta get you. I'm gonna introduce you. So I took Stash. I tried to take Stash.
Yep.
I took Stash to meet
Carson Point.
That's your car. Ain't that baby? Just make sure. Let's see what he's gonna pull off.
Yeah.
He coming this way.
Yeah.
Can't go other way. I hit the nigga.
So
they good.
But anyway,
he good.
They good.
Yep. He got.
Yeah, I should take Stash over to see Clark Kent.
Right.
Yo, and when I took him there, right, I was like, yo, I got this kid, you know. I said, I got this kid from Red Hook. And he went there, and it was like a bunch of them. I never really know how y'all used to do it.
Right.
Because when I got it, there's a site, they call it a cipher now, like a big thing. And it was two guys in the middle,
right,
and they was going at each other, right? Yo, you know what Stash did? Stash ain't even asked them niggas to come. Can I get in? Could I join?
Right.
He went in the middle. He went he did some straight up road. He went right through the crowd. Went to the dude that was talking and just went right.
Yeah.
Clark went like
do that in the cipher.
Clark looked at me like this.
Yeah, he looked. There's no way in the world.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's what we talk about that. Yeah, he killed it. I was so impressed with the way these guys developed. They just got that you know, that cockiness of them. You know, the aggression, and it don't sound cocky, but they just got there. You know what I mean?
We watched y'all too. Like, you know what I mean? Like all the Red Hook fights and all that. Holy Allen, Himalaya, all that. We seen all of that. So we ingested a lot, and then we just let it back out. Right? So we did the grave diggers, right? Boom. It was number one on our 97 for like a month. You know what I mean? It was out of here. So flash everybody around. So legendary. We was starting the tours. You know, Rizzo was like, "Yo, we got to go to LA. The record is blown. We got to go to Philly. We got, you know what I mean?" So I was working at the post office. I left. I was like, "I'm out."
Oh, you go to the post office?
Yeah, I was taking a chance. I was like, you know what? I had the sanitation 100%. I had 100 on the test and the physical. And then I took the test on the post office. I was going to be permanent. But then that came. Rizzo was like, yo, we got to go on tour. So I rolled the dice with what I wanted to do. Because I didn't want to be like 70 and be looking back, what if, and all that. I'm going to give it a shot. If not, I still got time to go back.
So do you look back at that decision, what really would you take? If you had another chance to make that same choice, you might take a little while, but would you have went on to do a regular career, or would you have been the ShaBazz to decide that?
I would have stayed with being Bazz because that's who I am. Period. I would not be fulfilled. He's who I am. You said earlier, he's living in your truth. That's who I am. I was put here for that. Remember that air train situation with Poochie, right? The reason why, all right, let me bring you up to that real quick. Like it was Easter Sunday, right? 88. You know, we go to rest in peace, Andre, passed away. We go to 42nd Street, watch the movies, then we go to Coney Island. So me, Sha, and Andre met up with Poochie, Joe, and all of them at Coney Island. We came from Manhattan. So when it was time to go home, like 3 a.m, we get on the train. We met some girls. We had them girls on the train, and then like 20, it was 8 of us, and like 20 dudes came on the train. Bumped Poochie. Poochie knew them. He had a fight with the dude before the Easter vacation. They went to Brady together. So Poochie knocked him out real quick. So then they said, "Yo, this train is out of service." Another one pulled in, so we had to switch over. So now we got to get in the back. You know, when we in the back of the car, we got to get in the front when we get there.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. So now, them dudes got off the train and went all the way that way. I didn't know where they was from. Now it makes sense why they went to the front like we had to. So after a couple of stops, it was like, "Yo, what's up with them niggas?" Like, because we gonna have to start going to that way anyway to go to Red Hook. So me and Malik, you know, Red Buck, we get to the car first. We're just them, all of us.
But he crazy too, though. He go hard.
He got ranges in. He up north, dude. So we in the car, just getting him with them, and they ain't saying nothing. They ain't doing nothing. Then everybody else came in the car and joined us. The next stop, they went crazy. Shit got crazy. But there was this one dude. He was just sitting there on the chair. He's just like this quiet. He had a big, like a garbage bag with stuffed animals in it, right? He had his hand in the bag. I said, he got it on. In my mind, I'm like, he got it. I'm like, damn, he got it. Damn. Boom. Him and his man was sitting right there. So what I did, I went and stood right in front of him. Right? Just watching him, because I peeped what he was doing. Everybody's fighting, it's crazy. So I'm just watching him. And Claude came, you know, sat right there. Once Claude threw his man in the dope fiend, he got up. Wow. He tried to shoot me first. He missed. He hit Ainsley. And I told Ainsley, get on the floor. He was like 14. Get on the floor. Get under the chair. The nigga, he shot Poochie in the chest. Boom. Shot Joe. Joe Boss. God bless him. Shot him twice. Stabbed him. They stabbed him. Then everybody's under the seats. Poochie laying there. Had an asthma attack because he got hit in the chest. He goes over there and he put the gun to his head, like right here. Wow. Just stealing blood. Him and his man, I'm the only one standing up. He came to me with the gun right here. His man snuffed me. I ain't feel that shit. He pulled the trigger. He ain't had no bullets left. So, fuck you think I'm here? At that moment, I felt like I died and I left and went to the spirit realm, and that's where I'm at now. We all already died. Or maybe I didn't make the transition to the Heavenly Father yet, and I'm here to save y'all life. Don't do the same dumb shit. We used to rob that same train. We got it from the elders that was before us. It was a transitional thing. We robbed the train, same F train, and then that was calm. You understand? Me and Andre, I remember we got on the A train. Allegedly, we got this nigga in his drawers. Like, that decadent shit, give me that. All that. We wild out. Y'all know that side of us. You know what I mean? I don't glorify it. I horrify it. That's the difference. Me, Jay, all of us, Snoop, everybody. We know the same people. We know the same elements in the hood. We know all that. But they glorify it. I horrify it. I'm scared the shit out of your son. He didn't even want to touch that shit after I finished with him. You understand? So that's why God got me here. I understand my purpose. I'm standing on it. 10 toes down.
Yo, ShaBazz.
And these brothers right here, anything they say, like, they did what they did, they came out, they still here. Anytime they doing something with cameras, mics, I'm there. You ain't gotta ask twice. I don't want nothing. I just want to see my brothers make it. This is the dream I wanted. When I couldn't convince him to leave the streets alone and struggle with me with the music, it's here now, and that's why he got me here too to help my brothers too. You can't. It's redemption. It's like, I'm trying to help them because they want to change their life. I'm here. That's where I'm gonna come in at. I know them. I know these brothers before all of that other stuff. We used to play tag at the CTRs. You know what I mean? Like manhunt. They should be jail dudes beating child. Niggas that right couldn't beat us. But we beat up our jail niggas. Remember that first? The corners and everything. He got on. Shopping cart. She in the middle, niggas said corners.
Man, I days we got the manhunt. Let me tell you about manhunt. Y'all know what manhunt is. Oh, man. Manhunt. These dudes was looking 300 pounds. But it started way before they stretched me though. They took me and stretched me. Literally took my everything. They whatever you do, don't get caught. You get caught, you on your own. You signed up. Yeah, man. They caught and they give you a fair warning. They go, man, that's it. All the older dudes who chase the younger guy. We know we gotta be like right now. You see outside right now? Yeah, the sun is coming down. Yeah. Now, mothers told you when that what it is. Like, if you ain't understand by the time that light come on, this is mine. So we would try to run into the building sneaking, but they already know they waiting there already. So we would have to go to another building. We was split. It was 3 buildings that joined it together. Yeah. And we was in the middle building. So what they would do, they be all stretched out. They front the back. So they just chase you down and just beat you up.
Yo, that's why when we used to fight in the hood, they couldn't beat us. Because they made us have to fight. Shit.
So one day we had it was a snowstorm. So by myself, I made a big ass snow castle. So I'm fighting everybody with snowballs. I don't know where I hit me in the back of the head with a snowball. I was pissed. I said, who the hell hit me? Who the hell hit me? That's when before they had the building, they had the beams. Yeah. So I'm looking around. I see a million colors of shoes. Come out, but we stopped. He said, oh, yeah, man, what you
That's the
you know what it's like.
We know what right. You know what I mean? Y'all know the rules, whatever y'all know. That's why I would never turn my back and not help my brother. Because I know who they are and I know what they, you know what I mean? Circumstances happen. Life goes on.
I do want to say something real quick about what you're saying. There's a lot of people that changed their life and it wasn't like forced to them. They had to go to jail to figure this out. Sometimes you gotta just know when it's over. You have to know when it's over. You have to be able to recognize the younger guys, because when you look at the picture, how you looking when you was younger, and how you looked at younger people or older people, you would have tore their head off.
Right.
You remember? And things like that would make you say, "Yo, listen, I can't stay in this game too long, because if you stay, the longer you stay, the younger guys get older. Right. He's going to get older." And he looked at you from afar. He watched you move, just like a lion. When a lion raises his cub, he don't keep him in there that long. Yeah. They keep him just enough to teach him how to survive, teach him how to take care of his family, and then they get him out that house. Yeah. Because normally what happens is that same son that he raised is coming back. Right. And he's going to take over. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that goes for a lot of different animals and different. We are no different. Yeah. We do the same thing. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I just wanted to continue like how we doing with your story, which is amazing.
Try to go back to the studio, right?
Yeah, I want what
so I did the first, blah blah blah, boom. So now I went to it was the next day. I went to B Street, Super B Street, of course for the mall. I mean that's the old downtown. And I was going to buy the Wu-Tang record because it was coming out. I mean, the 36 Chambers was out, right? So when I bumped into Killer Priest, we was already cool. We was already partners. I bumped into Killer Priest and I was like, yo, I did some shit last night. You got to get on. So I brought him to the studio and I got him on the record. Killer Priest. That's how y'all know Killer Priest. Wow. But anyway, right? When we got there, Prince Paul was standing in the lobby. He's like, yo, you spoke to RZA? I was like, nope. He said, yo, everybody want to sign you, Madonna, everybody. RZA didn't tell you? I was like, nah. He's like, yo, I'm going to let him tell you. He's like, yo, everybody on you, yo. I played the verse over the phone. Everybody wants you. I was like, word? All right. So when we got there, he was like, yo, look in there. I never saw them work this hard to come up with a verse. You fucked everybody up. You fucked everybody up. And he was producing De La Soul. He said they fucked up. You fucked everybody up. You came with that next shit. So I was like, all right. You know, I'm just humble. I don't look at it like I'm this. Nah. I'm just Baz. That's it. It's like the mailman, he delivers the mail. I just deliver the lyrics. That's it. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. And inspire those behind me, the next generation coming up, and that's it. It shouldn't be. I'm trying to inspire you. But some niggas get jealous.
And they want to compete against
that. I hate that.
They want.
And I hate when people is ungrateful. You look out for them, and they be ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? And they act like you never did nothing for them or meant nothing to them. You know what I mean? I hate that.
Oh boy, do I know that?
Oh boy, can't stand it. So you know what I mean?
Like this group that y'all, the Grave Diggers, was a legendary classic song. What stopped you guys from continuing? Like,
well, we didn't really stop. What it was RZA got so busy, he didn't have like time
to be an artist.
He was the nucleus of so many different things. Yeah, he was the nucleus of so many different things. The Klan was blowing out the flame. Then he was getting into the movie stuff a little bit, you know what I mean? So, you know, but when we did the video, right?
Which is a classic video too. That's another thing.
Jay, you know who did the Diary of a Madman video, and it was his first video he ever did. Yes. Williams.
Oh, that's
the one who did Belly. That's the director who did Belly. You know what I mean? So it's all connected.
Because he was
all correct.
Before he did Belly, he was directing.
Yeah, he was directing video.
He was the man.
He was killing $1 million budget. Yeah, he was killing the man with the car, the fire. But before all that, Diary was the first video he ever did. Wow. So I got the footage. You know what I'm saying? I got the behind the scene of the video because the documentary's coming. I got it.
So now you do that. What did you transition to? Because obviously, like you said, RZA's too busy to really concentrate on being an artist.
So Grave Diggers, we still been going overseas and on tour and all that, but you know, it just like wasn't. And then Poetic got sick with cancer. That's what kind of like hit the.
He's about to go on tour. I mean, I heard RZA this morning talking about they about to do it.
Yeah, they doing it in June.
Yeah, they're
it's the final one. It's a wrap.
Yeah, he said it's gonna be the final.
That's how you get the ticket sales quick. That's how you sell out.
I didn't say that, but
yeah, that's how you sell out. It's my last album. Slapping in 2 minutes. With another. Like Jay did that before too. Yeah. So basically, then I got my own solo deal, and I started that label, Penalty Records. I named it and all that. So when I came with that, what I did was I did the Death Be the Penalty, the single in the video. Then I did the remix to that, which is Crime Saga. So what I did with Crime Saga video, I said, you know what? I'm gonna give my brothers a message while they behind the wall. So I did it. I had the cameraman.
He did something about us.
Yeah, I had the cameraman film Day Window and Raw Window. It was like right in the same. I made sure he got their windows.
Yeah.
So when they see him, they be like, that little motherfucker. What's crazy, right? That video was fucking crazy. I got the footage too. The game never changed on even crazy. Yeah. Victims of the system and strict penalty. Give me 25 to life and a death penalty. Huh?
You got to talk about how you met Pun.
Right. Big Pun. You know what I mean? When I met him, he's like, yo, we was at the New Yorker hotel, right? In Manhattan. My man Carlos, he moved out of Firehouse and moved to the New Yorker hotel. It's like a hotel right across the street from Madison Square Garden. And they have mad studios, office buildings in there. You know, everybody had a business in there. Rockish, everybody was in there. So on the first floor, they was filming this TV show. Chill Out, Chuck Chill Out, all of them was filming a TV show. So when I walked in there, me, Lord Jamal, I think it was the Little C's, we walked in there and it was like, yo, look, what's his name? Cuban Links. He was like, yo, oh my God, yo, my man wanna meet you right now. Cause like
Big Pun was into that type.
Yeah, so he said, yo, come inside, he's in here. He was like, oh shit. He said, yo, B, I ain't gonna lie, I got a whole style from that one record, yo. I'm sorry, yo. He said, yo, I need you on my album. I want to do a song with you and Killer Priest, and let him call it Let Him Have It. Right? So that whole week, I was getting ready to go to Europe. So that whole week, he was calling me. He went to Miami. He said, I go to Miami, but I'm coming back. I need you in the studio. So he was in Miami calling me. They started calling me. I'm like, yo, I'm packing right now. I'm leaving right now, tonight. He's like, I'm flying back tonight. Damn. I said, the deadline is you can't push it. I already pushed it. It's over. I said, all right, man, just get my family. That's when he got Deck and Prodigy. He got them on the song instead, like another feature instead, because I couldn't make it because I had to go. But and I was like, oh, so we said we're gonna do the next one, the second album. He died. He died. But that was the only one I respect because. Everybody be biting, you know what I mean, stealing, inspiring, you know, but he gave it up. Yeah. Everybody else act like they came up with it. You know what I mean? He's happy. Until we go to rap, like, let's battle with that style. I'm going to show you the father of that. That's what it was. That's how I came up with this hip hop shit. With Chris Wood and them. You got to stand, like, it's like the gods. You got the same name as me. You infinite too. So let's see. One of us walking away without that name. That's how hip hop. Those pink slips. Yeah, that's how we approach this hip hop thing. You know what I mean? That's what we got from the older guards, and we took that. You know what I mean? And walked it. But Hype Williams, beautiful. And then it's crazy because I bumped into him. I was in Manhattan on Broadway when he was filming Belly. He was at the white. It was a white Range Rover, right? Right on Broadway, like Broome Street, Spring Street. Nas and what's her name? T-Bars? Yeah. That's when they were, let's go back to Africa. Yeah. I was right there. But I was standing on the side. Like, because I bumped into the hype. He's like, oh shit, yo, don't go nowhere, hold up. So he was like, yo, why you didn't go? He said, yo, when I see DMX, that's you. Like you was coming with that like that. And then DMX came. I said, nah. He said, it's all good. But, you know. He's like, yo, that's how I looked at you. Like, you supposed to be like that right now, the way you came in. So I was like, yo, what you doing? He's like, yo, I'm filming a movie, Belly. And I met Nas, and T-Boss. And I was like, yo, I gotta go see Carlos because he had moved to a new studio on Broome Street. He just moved back from Jamaica. He was living out there for like 3 years, doing music out there, doing engineering for a studio out there.
Remember you had this song with Aaliyah when I linked you with Aaliyah, and she passed away.
She passed away. She was about to be my girl, but she was too young. I ain't do the shit that other niggas did. You know what I mean?
You still had this song with Luda Kim, Miss Elliott, and Aaliyah.
All of them.
But Aaliyah had.
The Hot Like Fire. When she did that.
All was right there.
Always right there.
I heard this song together. Sure.
It was all hooked up.
So I'm coming back.
She died. She went to Hawaii, I think.
Yeah.
It was in the Caribbean, I think.
It was somewhere in Jamaica.
That's bad.
Yeah. But she was young. You know what I mean? She was looking young.
She had that just nothing underneath.
Yeah.
I'm doing.
I was on a tour with Junior Mafia in Europe, in Germany, right? We had a bus with bags, all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah, she was a lovely girl.
The bag.
The bus. She was my homie.
Yeah,
no.
Foxy.
Yep.
Foxy.
Yeah, she's a Foxy.
Yeah.
That's my girl, Foxy.
And her friend Mary was in love with my cousin.
Yeah.
Friend Mary. So what is gonna say, Mark? So what do you
talking about Mikael?
Nah.
Mary.
So you obviously touched a lot. You talked about a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not the type of person that when if I'm interviewing you or I'm speaking to you,
It's a conversation.
right?
Yeah, I don't really conversation.
But I don't really like to talk about other folks because I'm interested in you.
Right.
And you here. You the star right now.
Right.
And rightfully so.
Right.
Like your passion, your conviction, everything that you've been through, everything that you've done.
Right.
Like you really are God, bro.
Right.
Like, you really are the one.
I understand the purpose. I understand why the Most High made sure he had no bullets stuck that day. I get it. And if you listen, that's why I rhyme like that, because I feel like I'm in the spirit realm. Right. That's why I rhyme so spiritual, because I feel like I'm in the spirit realm right now. I feel like I'm a spirit walking among y'all. That's it. From 88. And before that, 6 months before that, I was in the military, right? And I graduated from boot camp in Chicago, right? And then we had to go to, great mistakes, great late, we killed it. So, right? My moms and pops came, to graduation, took me to Great America. But when I was in the military in the barracks, I used to beatbox and do hip hop. Like when it's bedtime, like after you gotta get ready for bed and all that. I used to be hip hop out. So everybody crying around my bed. Yo, that nigga's nice. Yo, what are you doing in here? You gonna be on TV? I'm gonna turn the TV on. I know I'm gonna see you one day. That made me believe in myself more too. So here's the thing, right? When we graduated, we was gonna go to school for 25 weeks for what we came in there for. But Big Daddy Bush made everybody have to go to Desert Storm. It was a war in Iran. So everybody was getting transferred to go to war. So the court martial came and I had to go to court, right? So what they said to me was, yo, you lied on your entry application and said you wasn't convicted of a crime. We know Lewis, the one who recruited you, told you to say that because he's under investigation. And everybody he got in here, he told them to lie so he could get that bread. Right. This is what we're going to do. Either you could leave and come back in 6 months and start, but you got to start all over. Boot camp and everything. It's an entry-level separation, not a dishonorable discharge. Or you could just wait here 3 months for your 3 weeks for your paperwork to come back from home. Right? When I went home, hip hop, that's hip hop recruited. That's when I locked in because they put the battery in my back in the barracks. Yo, what you doing in here? But here's the crazy part. Ready? My whole class, it was 32 of us. We graduated. They all went. They got on the ship to go to Iran. The ship blew up and killed the whole class. Wow. Me and my moms were sitting there watching the news, Channel 4 News, and they showed my whole class, and I had the picture right there on the wall by the door, and they said, one of them is missing. 6 months later, the F train, God was like, yo, nigga. It wasn't time yet. Cut it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Accept your blessing. That's why, and it was 1988. Mind you, it was millions of dollars I could have got in the hood.
Absolutely.
In any hood, whatever it is out there.
It was happening.
But the Most High hit me so hard that same year. I can't turn my back. I ain't turning on him.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we gotta close it out like that. We close it out the street.
Love you. Jay, love you. Tierra, all y'all. Love you.
And Parrish, definitely to the family and bless y'all. We know, we know. God bless y'all, man. Unfortunately. Thank you so much.
One more thing. I was literally carrying crates from Governor Nottingham to Porky Park. I'm like 9, 10. This little kid was cutting up good time. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Guess who it was? Jody. Rest in peace, little Jody. He was cutting it up. And right there made me know that you could do it. You could do it, right? You could do it too. That was inspiration. Yo, let's
Close it out, please. Don't forget it, man. Show love. Subscribe, hit that button. If you don't know, the documentary that was in the building, the documentary right now.
Good to see each other
Jay, need you over here, bro. Oh yeah. Oh, I was right here, young child, old timers day.
Say, take you.
We always get the old timers day. Pictures of it.
We never need to picture back.
It was right with the back. Get one with shade.
Should have got in there too.
I was in that. I was in the one with that. Salutation.
Sim's gonna get a sugar rush and drunk at the same time.
I got you. Mike hot in the back.
I mean, he keep throwing that karate hat in the window.
Real podcast. I be seeing you. You reminded me of a birthday. Yeah, man.
Say Patchy, all of us.
We went to Uncle Rob's land for no bitty parties.
What's Xavier? Hey, let me get out there real quick.
I'm getting this shot.
You can't go to the boy, right? I'll be back around.
No doubt.
Look at that.
Brothers.
You guys in the house. All right, bro. Got everything?
Well, I just cleaned it up.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's over it.
Michael too busy.
And you ain't nothing like, come on, man. Straight green beret, like,
She got me doing shit. We ain't doing none of that.
Green Gucci. Yeah, man.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was born. Yeah, I know you shit. You ain't know, right? I think yeah, that was the shit.
Shout out for the stuff.